Well, it's the Dutch side taking on the Rhinos. The Nepali side would be definitely looking to get this victory and book their place in the finals. This is getting an interesting contest. Netherlands unbeaten so far. Well, there you can see Kushal Bhurtel making his comeback today. Just one change for the Nepali side. Mohammad Asif Sheikh and Kushal Bhurtel will be opening the proceedings for Nepal. Anil Kumar Shah is out. Well, there you go. Asif Sheikh, Rohit Paudel, Arif Sheikh, Avinash Bohra, Dipendra Singh Airi, Gulshan Jha, Karan Kesi, Kushal Bhurtel, Kushal Malla, Pratish Chisi, and Sompal Kami.
So for Netherlands, Captain Scott Edwards leading from the front. Aaron Dutt, Kyle Klein makes his way back. Max O'Dowd, Michael Levitt, the devastating batter, Coors, Engelbridge, Nida Manuru, Cockton, Murphy, and Kingma. That's the side for Netherlands.
Well, both equally balanced side. It is going to be an interesting encounter today. A bit of overcast condition out here, Kiran. I guess they're batting first at the first. It would be a bit hard to bat in this condition because there is no sun out here. It's a bit of overcast condition. There you go. The experienced lineup there. Van der Merwe out there. Michael Levitt, the dangerous man, led by Scott Edwards. This team looks a balanced side, Kiran.
Absolutely. The partnership between Levitt and Engelbridge was the trump card for Nepal. Just one change. Asif is playing today. Kushal Bhurtel comes in place of Anil Kumar Shah. So that's the only change. After winning the game yesterday, they should be over the moon and continue from where they left yesterday. So the teams are having their hurdles, having chats, the openers. Michael Levitt, let's have a talk about that gentleman. 54 against Nepal in his debut T20, 135 against Namibia. That was the innings of the tournament. If you talk about the technicality of hitting shots, plenty of records being made and broken into ground. Two umpires are making their way. We have a huge number of crowd already present into you, and it's gonna get a heated event, a must-win game for Nepal after being victorious in that nail-biting thriller yesterday against Namibia. The tournament is wide open.
Well, another dangerous man out there, Maxwell O'Dowd. He has not had that good run in the T20Is, but we know his capabilities. The dangerous man. There you go, the Nepali side walking in. It's going to be an interesting encounter. Michael Levitt, the dangerous man, the double M, starting the proceedings off for the Dutch side. Michael Levitt and Maxwell O'Dowd. This is the two umpire, Buddhi Bahadur Pradhan and Devendra Subedi.
One thing that surprised me, Ayush, was after winning the toss, the Netherlands captain decided to bat first, especially in the overcast condition we saw in Cricket World Division 2 League. In one-day years, it was hard to score runs, especially in the first hour of the play when it was overcast. Similar kind of situation today. So we are yet to see how Nepalese pacers will utilize the pitch and conditions here, because they bowled beautifully yesterday. Karan Casey being the hero of the game, defending that 12 runs in the very last over. Well, it's not going to get that easy against the likings of Max O'Dowd and the man of the moment for Netherlands, the guy on the screen, Michael Levitt. What a tournament he has had.
Well, absolutely. A bit of overcast condition out here. There's no sun. And we could see from the starting proceedings of Nepal as well, there is one slip in place. We have not seen that too often in this T20I series. A slip in place in the first over. There's a gully there, point, covers, mid-on, mid-off, fine leg, and third man. Power play. Well, a bit of interesting decision from the captain, Scott Edwards, winning the toss and electing to bat first. I guess the reason for that is, Kiran, it's a full-packed stadium out here. It's Saturday. Chasing is always pressure. So I guess Netherlands want to just go off to that start with their opener, Maxwell Dowd and Michael Levitt. So it's Karan Casey who will be starting the proceedings for Nepal.
So Max O'Dowd didn't have a good outing in T20s, especially in this tournament. So he would like to leave a mark. A very important game for Netherlands prospect as well, because they have won 2 games, but they still have 2 games to go. Whereas Nepal is playing their last game unless they qualify for the finals. So this is going to get very, very intense. Tell you what, the TU pitch has produced heaps of run in this T20. Karan Casey running from the Chovar end with the very first ball in this crucial game.
Ball coming back in to the right-handed batsman. Well, they would be definitely looking to take the wicket of Michael Levitt, the dangerous man out there. Maxwell Dowd is not having that good run, but we know his capabilities with the bat, what he can do, the damage that he can do in the power play overs.
Yeah, it's been the similar kind of situation for both Netherlands and Nepal. They haven't been able to capitalize in those power plays, especially with their openers losing the wickets early. But saying that, Nepal will be looking for getting the wicket of the man on his screen, Michael Levitt. Karan running in, balls it, hits it over the edge, just cleared that fielder in the point region, rushing towards the boundary. Great effort, but did he stop it? Looks like it, a great effort from Sompal Kami. Sprinting towards that ball, just stopping, and the ball just touched, missing his hand. So that's the first boundary. So Netherlands and Michael Levitt are off the mark with a boundary.
Well, that's a good thinking there by Michael Levitt. It's a power play going on. You have fielder inside the circle. You just need to chip the ball outside the 30-yard circle, and that's what he has done. And I think this is a good thinking as well. Not hitting the ball too hard as well, just clearing the 30-yard circle.
Listen to the roar in the crowd. Every single delivery so far has been applauded and supported by Nepalese fans. Netherlands, mind you, in the first two T20Is that we have seen, Ayush, Michael Levitt and Max Dowd didn't get off to a flyer. It was the first wicket partnership after the demise of Max Dowd earlier in the innings. Engelbridge and Michael Levitt have changed the momentum of the game for Netherlands. So Nepal must have done their homework. On the other hand, well, this guy, he's a class, a treat to watch when he plays those cover drives and over-the-top shots.
The dangerous man, Michael Levitt, departs, and look at the celebration from the crowd. They know this importance of wicket. Straight into the hands of Dipendra Singh Airi. Well, Nepal are off to a flyer now.
A great way to start the must-win game for Nepal. Karan Casey, the man yet again, he could do nothing wrong at the moment. Look at that. The ball stopped slightly. He was committed into the shot a tad bit earlier. The ball just went up in the air. Easiest of catches to Dipendra Singh Airi. He said, thank you very much. Nepal is delighted. The crowd is pumped. They have indeed taken the first wicket.
Well, he was not trying to hit the ball too hard as well. He was just trying to chip the ball over the 30-yard circle with the timing, but could not get that connection. Michael Levitt, the dangerous man, departs for just making 4 runs with that boundary. Well, Netherlands 4 for 1. Well, the new man in. Lenbrecht is out there, a slip in place for the new man. This is a perfect situation for the Nepali side to just apply pressure, and this is what the captain Rohit Paudel has done. He has once again brought the slip fielder Arif Sheikh.
Karan Casey, beautifully ball, leaving the batter. There's hint of movement for a medium pacer from Nepal. So we were talking about that very interesting move, winning the toss, deciding to bat first. Look at that. He just made room for himself. He loves those shots, doesn't he? But the ball just stopped right in the neck of the time. He was committed to the shot, easiest of catches. Well, things are happening here in TU Cricket Stadium. Everyone's pumped. Burtel, Mama, I love you. There is Vanji of Kushal. Burtel enjoying the game.
Well, every of us would want Kushal Burtel to score those runs. He's not had that good run, but what a over for Karan Casey. Oh, another beautiful delivery, another wicket for Karan Casey. Well, the February is over. It's the month of March, but this man is showing his magic.
Nepal is leading from the front. What a delivery that was, based on the fifth, sixth stump line, leaving the batter. Anglebridge was committed to the shot, thin outside edge, and straight into the safe pair of gloves in there. So second wicket perishes in very first over, and guess who? Anglebridge departs without troubling the scorecard. A great shot, Karan Casey, what an over he has bowled. Anglebridge goes for naught. Netherlands losing their 2 wickets just in the mere score of 4 in the very first over.
Well, Sompal Kami would be joining his partner Karan Casey from the 2 wicket end. There's still a slip in place. The third man fielder outside 30-yard circle. There's the deep backward point cover, mid-off, mid-on, deep square leg, and fine leg fielder inside the 30-yard circle. So just 2 fielders outside 30-yard circle, third man and deep square leg.
Sompal Kami sprinting outside the off stump. So in the first over, maxed out was non-strikers, and watching the dramas unfolding. But what an over. What a magnificent over that was.
What a over from Karan Casey. 2 wickets in that over, getting rid of the dangerous man. Michael Levitt, look at that shot. He was just trying to chip the ball over the mid-off region, but there was Dipendra Singh Airi and another wicket. He was committed to that shot. He was just shuffling around that off stump. What a over from Karan Casey. He is delighted.
Played it with soft hands, maxed out, gets off the mark. So actually Levitt and Anglebridge were the 2 players who had done all the damage. Talk about the game against Nepal, talk about the game against Namibia. There was partnership building, so it is the first time in the tournament where Netherlands are put in the back foot in the very first over, in the beginning stages of the game. There is a huge responsibility on Scott Edwards, the captain, but he has looked fantastic in the tournament. He's in fine nick. He knows the importance of winning this game. On the other hand, Sompal Kami bowled beautifully yesterday, mind you. He was the one who got the early breakthrough for Nepal. Karan Casey started with a flyer. Sompal would like to capitalize on the occasion. Sprinting in is Sompal Kami.
Now the Dutch side need to be very careful here, because they would be definitely looking to capitalize the power play overs, but at one point of time they need to realize that they need to rebuild the innings, because they have got the experience of the skipper Scott Edwards out there. Max O'Dowd is still there in the crease. He has just faced 2 balls. But what now the Dutch side need to do is just now need to hold the crease, build a partnership, rebuild their innings. So for just going for that power play overs, just striking at the power play overs, it's just not the thing. Oh, look, there you could see the mother of our skipper, the national side skipper Rohit Kumar Paurils is there to watch the game. Another beautiful delivery once again in that corridor of uncertainty. A beautiful delivery.
The pitch is supporting the Pacers in here. That's why we were talking about why Scott Edwards decided to bat first in overcast condition. The sun's slightly coming into the pitch, so as the game progresses, it will be easier and easier to bat on this track. We have seen plenty of time in those one-dayers. Let's have a look at that hint of movement at the very last occasion, and it's very, very tricky for a batter of any standard to face those sort of balls. Sompal Kami is equally complimenting Karan Casey.
Well, this time just focusing on the stump line, bowling stump to stumps. Now this is what they could do, but there's a problem out there as well. This is the power play overs running. You have all the fielders inside the 30-yard circle, just 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Rotating the striker, just going to capitalize the power play overs would also be a risky thing for the Dutch side now here. But both the batsmen need to plan their innings accordingly, Kiran.
Pressure Pressure, my friend, that's what I'm talking about. Losing 2 wickets in very first over. Netherlands cannot afford to lose another wicket. They are being very watchful, giving respect to the batter. And in that race, you know what's happening? They are being beaten time to time with the pace, with the movement of the pitch. Because mind you, Sompal is much more faster than Karan is.
Well, the slip has been removed and placed in short mid-wicket. Offered that room, just played in the back foot. There's no fielder out there. Well, Max O'Dowd would be happy. Gets off that boundary. Beautiful shot. Sompal Kami offered that room to Max O'Dowd. Look at that shot. He loves playing in those back foot, just punching the ball. There's no fielder out there.
So that's the end of the over. Netherlands are 10 for 2.
Karan Casey continuing in from the Chova and still a slip in place.
Karan Casey, the man of the moment, runs and bowls that ball outside the off stump. Batsmen give respect. Scott Edwards, he will be very, very, very watchful, playing very cautiously at the moment. More than run, they have to stick in the middle because the pitch is supporting the medium pacers. The white kookaburra is doing exactly what Karan Casey is asking it to do at the moment. So the battle is on. Scott Edwards trying to stay in the crease. Karan Casey is looking for his third victim.
Well, Scott Edwards and Max O'Dowd needs to build a partnership from here. They need to rebuild their innings. This time just dancing down the track, playing with soft hands. A bit of risky run, I would call it. But one thing that Karan Casey is doing so good at the moment is Kiran is not just going for those deliveries, just targeting to go for the wicket or the corridor of uncertainties. He's just trying to focus on that consistent line and length.
That's been the problem for Karan in the first game. He was all over the place when he was bowling. He was not consistent with his line and length. But today, very first over, right on the money with all 6 deliveries. And the first 2 deliveries in this over. So he has learned from his mistake. That's what great players do. That's where experience comes into play. The coach and the team staff, management staff, the coaching staff must have looked into the replays again and again and groomed this inspiring, experienced pacer from Nepal.
Well, he's so strong through that offside reason. Max O'Dowd, that's not his natural game. He loves playing that aggressive cricket, but the situation, the demand of the situation at the moment, just to rebuild the innings. And this is what I guess the plan is for the skipper and Max O'Dowd. It would always be a tricky situation in the power plays. The team batting first would always want to capitalize the power play overs, but if you have lost 2 wickets in that first over, you need to change your plan and focus on different things out there, Kiran.
Yes, and especially when you are pushed in the back foot at the beginning of the game, it's always very hard to open your arms and play your shot. On the other hand, Karan Casey is not offering any width whatsoever to the batters. They are content, not giving any width, not giving any room. So Karan Casey bowling beautifully, and Nepal are in front foot in the beginning of this clash. Remember, it's a must-win game for Nepal. Even if they win today, the spot in the final is still open because Namibia will be playing against Netherlands tomorrow. So that game will decide who will be playing the finals on Tuesday.
Once again coming down the track just to tackle with the length of Karan Casey. The plan has been there from Scott Edwards not to just focus or just not to just pinch the ball around that off-stump reason.
So the partnership is 9 runs of 11 balls. Would you believe it? It's the same team who love to capitalize despite the fall of wickets in power plays in both of the first two T20s that Netherlands had played. But today, those 2 wickets in the very first over, Netherlands have changed their gameplay all the way together. They're just happy to rotate the strike, take those occasional 1s and 2s. Last delivery of the over, an absolute ripper of the ball. On that occasion, Max Dowd beaten completely. That concludes over number 3, Netherlands 13 for 2.
Well, Sompal Kami continuing in from the Chi wicket, and there's been change in the fielding position. We could just see Dipendra Singh, right? He was placed in mid-off, he's been placed in covers now. A compact outside off field. You know, Scott Edwards would love to hit on those offside. Well, interesting field, to be honest. You could just see the point fielder, extra cover fielder, the cover fielder, and mid-off fielder. 5 fielder in that 30-yard circle in the offside. Interesting field set there by Sompal Kami.
Right on the money, maybe just drifting towards the leg side. So the masses is very clear from Sompal Kami and Captain Rohit Kumar Paudel. They will be bowling around that off-stump line.
Well, absolutely. Look at that. Just playing with the mind. There were 5 fielder outside in the offside. You could just see inside the 30-yard circle. Interesting field set. This was I was talking about. Look at this, Kiran. 5 fielder in the 30-yard circle is not offering that room in the backward point and cover reason. You could just see just offering a slight gap to the captain, Scott Edwards.
Maybe inviting for that shot, went for that shot, didn't time it at all. On this occasion also there was pace, bounce and movement. That's what did the trick for Edwards. He is not looking comfortable out in the middle. Let me tell you that. Sompal is bowling with absolute pace. He is bowling with intent. And the batters from Netherlands are finding it really, really hard at the moment. Here is Sompal Kami, made room for himself. He was chasing the batter. Nice timing, that will release the pressure. The first 6 of the game coming into the 4th over. Let's have a look into the replay, Ayush. He made room for himself. Sompal tried to chase him, but was just in that slot, and bang, she goes over the top. First 6.
Look at that wrist position, Kiran. Just played with that wrist. Just timed the ball. It's Monty Desai, the coach. A brilliant 6. This for the skipper of the Dutch side. This would certainly relieve some pressure at the moment. But what they could do now at the moment is just build as partners. This is going very good for Netherlands at the moment. Scott Edwards and Max Dow just building that small partnership moving forward.
And for Nepal, they wouldn't mind that 6 because they are trying to invite the batter to go for their shots. Tried the reverse sweep, completely beaten. Not a very good tactics, let me tell you, against the pace bowler. You are trying to reverse sweep earlier in the innings, losing 2 wickets. Maybe Scott Edwards is getting a bit desperate. Look, that missed the stumps by Whisker.
You're just trying to play that unorthodox shot. He know that there are no fielder. The third man outside the 30-yard circle. The reaction from Sompal Kami says it all. If the ball would have just been a little bit low, the ball would have kissed the bells. Just making that room for himself, or this time just bringing back in.
Yeah, and he did time it at all. It was the inside edge of the bat. Lucky that didn't fly back to Sompal. So Scott Edwards, at the moment, he needs to calm down a bit and keep on rotating the strike. He has already gone for a big 6 in this over. He doesn't need to do anything fancy. Let's have a look at that. Inside edge, I'm telling you, he wasn't The bat twisted in his hand at the very last occasion. So he has to be cautious because Netherlands will need him to go for long innings if they have to put a respectable total. Mind you, their middle order hasn't been tasted in the tournament yet. It's the partnership between Levitt and Engelbrecht was doing the trick for them so far. Again, angling towards Max O'Dowd into his pads. No runs, 7 of the over after 4. Netherlands are 20 for 2.
Karan Casey continuing in from the Chova, and what a dream start this has been for Karan Casey, picking up 2 wickets in the first over, the wicket of both the dangerous men. Slowly, these two batsmen out there building that partnership. They are trying to play those risky shots.
Captain Rohit Paudel going with his ace bowler for today, Karan Casey. I'm very sure the last over he bowled yesterday must have given a world of confidence to this bowler from Nepal.
He was just going towards that offside region, just trying to play.
So Netherlands are slowly building the partnership after those 2 early blows, losing 2 wickets in the very first over. Let's have a look at that. It was angling into the stump. He made room for himself. He was way outside off stump and then just played it with soft hands to his leg side. Karan was appealing. He's appealing. He's going after everything now, and why not? He is bowling splendidly well at the moment for Nepal.
Well, a decent partnership going on for the Dutch side. They would want this two pair to go a bit further with their partnership, just to create that foundation, because they have already lost 2 wickets. Once again, trying to create that room for himself. We have seen the over of Sompal Kami as well. Kiran, we are talking about it. They're trying to make that room against Sompal Kami because there were 5 fielders inside the 30-yard circle. They were just trying to chip the ball over the 30-yard circle to get that boundary. They are not trying to do something fancy out there.
But mind you, the risk while doing that is Karan has tendency to take the ball away from the right-hander. So if they make room for themselves, and if he happens to bowl that outswingers, well, caught behind the wicket is very much on. So Scott Edwards and Max O'Dowd really has to be careful and play their shot in their will rather than playing those disguised shots.
Once again, the plan is clear. Compact outside of field. A bit of fumble out there. Well, you don't see that often from the fielder.
Yeah,
And guess who it was?
Dipendra Singh Airi, and look at the throw, that was touch and go, direct hit, or a better throw would have done the damage. The last thing that Netherlands would want is to lose a wicket in the form of run out. That's a rare sin where you see Dipendra Singh Airi doing the misfield. Max O'Dowd hasn't had a great outing. We have been talking about it. He has to go for longer innings today because Netherlands would need him to be out in the middle at least till 10-12 overs.
Absolutely, Max O'Dowd would be looking to get his form back because the team needs his innings now. Well, he's saying to Scott Edwards, we just saw that the ball is getting that movement. Well, look at all those youngsters coming here to watch their heroes with the dream in their mind to be cricketer in future. This sort of tournament, watching your heroes play would always create that dream, the vision to be the cricketers in you.
Regardless of age, regardless of gender, regardless of ethnicity, everyone loves this wonderful game of cricket. In Nepal, it is the second religion in our country and we all are proud of it. Netherlands are slowly getting into the groove. That is a loser, a rare one from Karan Casey today.
Well, I won't say it a loser, Kiran, because you could just see Max O'Dowd was making that room for himself, shuffling around that leg stump region. Karan just playing with the mind. He was so predetermined, Max O'Dowd, to go over that 30-yard circle, just chip in. I guess the battle of the mentality is going on.
Do you think he could have connected that ball playing that far? If it was on the 6th, 7th stump line, would have done the trick, but that was way outside the off stump. And especially with the way Karan Casey is bowling, we do not expect this sort of delivery. So Karan sprinting in, Max O'Dowd on strike.
This time Max O'Dowd goes in the air and it will sail all over the boundary straight into the crowds. He was looking for that shot, Max O'Dowd.
He is a natural striker of the ball, and on that occasion you could see there was width offered in his slot. He said, thank you very much, look at that, bang! That ball flew forever. The second 6 for Netherlands.
Well, if it's in the arc, it's out of the park. That you need to plan to Max O'Dowd, because he's sort of a player who loves playing those attacking cricket. Well, you could call it a decent partnership, Kiran, because it's the 5th over. They have already made 30 runs. They would be happy with this partnership going forward. They needed to rebuild that innings, but one thing that has been positive in this partnership is that they have been getting those boundaries, odd boundaries in and over as well.
And the beauty about that is they've been very watchful. They've been beaten on so many occasions, but they didn't lose their calm. Playing sensibly after that 6, running for a quick single. That concludes over number 5. Netherlands are 31 for 2. So this is the first time in the tournament that any captain has gone for their pacers to bowl throughout that power play. Sompal Kami is coming with his 3rd over from TU end. He has gone for 13 runs, but tell you what, he has bowled beautifully, beaten that bat on a couple of occasions. Max O'Dowd looks very set at the moment. 14 of 10 deliveries, trying to build a partnership for his side. Played it with his soft hands towards the leg side. The ball's racing towards the boundary slowly, and the ball wins the race. There's a bat outside off field, but Sompal was aiming for that pads of Max O'Dowd because he was making room in the race. Happens to gift 4 runs to Netherlands, and with that there is change in commentary box. Sachin is back here with me. Welcome, Sachin, and good morning.
A very good morning, Kiran. Has been a good start for Nepal. The reason I say good start is they went for plenty in the power play overs. 35 for 2. Karan Casey just continuing from where he left in the previous match. He bowled the last over, and that's what confidence does to you, because he brought Nepal back from a situation where they were struggling. Sompal, meanwhile, bowling his 3rd over. Interesting this by Captain Rohit Paudel, making both the pacers bowl 3 overs each in the first power play.
And why not? Because the pitch is helping the pacers. There is hint of movement, there is bounce in there. Both these batters, despite going for some boundaries, hasn't looked very convincing against the pace attack of Nepal so far. So under the circumstances, a great move by Captain Rohit Kumar Paudel.
Brilliantly bowled this time by Karan Casey. Directed, the crowd excited, but umpire is not interested at all. An extra bit of appealing there from Dipender Singh ID, but I think the batter had made his home easily. It was a quick single. Responded to it, Max O'Dowd. And easily home. optimistic appeal there from Dipender Singh ID.
There has been some yeses and nos in the beginning of the game between these two batters because they haven't batted together in this tournament. This is the first time Captain Scott Edwards and Max O'Dowd are batting together, but let me tell you what, they are understanding the urgency of the game. The running between the wickets so far has really been good from these two batters from Netherlands.
Tucked onto the onside. This is a good opportunity for Max O'Dowd to also score some runs before they go into the finals, which if they do, but Max O'Dowd has not been in a good touch yet to make double score in this series. Was out cheaply in both the matches against Namibia and Nepal. And the Dutch team, they flew to the Everest base camp and the Annapurna base camp. Had a small conversation with Scott Edwards after the toss, and he was describing yesterday as one of the best days of his life. That's what Nepal can offer you.
A beautiful country surrounded by those mountains. Great shot. Tried to stop that. Gone past him, running towards the boundary. So Max O'Dowd is finding his rhythm. Another 4. Remember, this is the last over of the power play, so Netherlands are looking to capitalize on that. So both these batters are really well set now. They have gone through with the hard patches of the game earlier in the innings. They are opening up slowly, Sachin.
So 41 for 2. Sompal Kami on to his third. Max O'Dowd 23 or 14. Wide delivery. You will have to re-bowl this, Sompal. And Max O'Dowd was in New Zealand for his higher studies, and that's where he excelled his cricketing skills. An ambassador for Dutch cricket, really, Max O'Dowd. Not the first time he's been in this country. In fact, he was the first Dutch cricketer to get a T20i 100. Was followed by his opening partner. Full toss. It goes the onside. They think for the second run, but decide against it. We'll come back to that after 6. 43 for 2. Well then, Max O'Dowd will take the strike. And Max O'Dowd scored 100 against Malaysia in 2019. And his opening partner, Michael Levitt, scored 100 against Namibia. And the common thing is, both of them scored their 100 in the same venue, TU International Cricket Ground. So this has been lucky for the Netherlands batters.
There's been change in the bowling. Replacing Karan Casey is the youngster from Nepal, Pratish Jishi. Oh, right on the money. Beautiful delivery to start with. Angling across the batter. Just cramped in for that room. A good start from Pratish.
And the Dutch batters, they're staying on the back foot and expecting Pratish to bowl at a shorter length. And he's been skiddy at times. And the Dutch team, 43 for 2 now, after 6.1. They've rebuilt this innings. Another one beaten outside the off stump, and the Dutch team, they went to the Annapurna base camp. And the Everest base camp. They loved it as per them. Some great pictures there. The Dutch captain. Look at the smile. It described yesterday as one of the best days ever. So when you think of Nepal, it's not just cricket. We have 8 out of 14 highest mountains of the world.
Yeah, and when you see those mountains just standing at the bottom of it, smiling at you, it's always one of the most pleasant and satisfying thing. Talk about the mountains, talk about the hills, the rivers, the greenery. Isn't Nepal blessed with nature? One of the most beautiful countries in the world, and one of the most beautiful crowds that you'll ever see supporting the game of cricket.
We've already had a full house now. I presume over 15,000 is the attendance today. Not at all a matter of surprise. Gives himself some room, and this is very, very thoughtful bowling from Pratish CC. Smart bowling. He realized that Edwards was looking to go towards the offside. He was trying to give himself some room and crack it towards the offside. He cramped him for room and followed him. So despite Scott Edwards moving a couple of feet away from the stumps, could not get that room that he was looking for.
And a good move from Captain Rohit Paudel. Asif Sheikh is sticking just next to the wickets, as you can see in there, not allowing batter to dance down the wicket. So great tactics. They are coming with certain strategies against every specific batter. Asif standing right next to the stumps. What it has done is it has allowed Pratish to bowl those short of length deliveries coming into the batter. So Nepal is bowling with plan and bowling with intent.
Again, a very good delivery. Had some movement. 7 gone, 45 for 2. So 25 of 20 for Max O'Dowd. He's got the start for the first time in this series. 14 of 16 for Captain Edwards. They're pushed onto the back foot by Karan Kesey in his first over as he picked up 2 important wickets off the highest scorers of the previous match. Engelbrecht and the Centurion. Levitt both back in the hunt. Can give himself some room. Straight to the fielder. Captain Rohit Paudel doesn't allow even a single run.
So spin being introduced for the first time in the game. Kushal Malla is bowling from TU end to Captain Scott Edwards, trying to sweep it. That was very close to the leg stump. A risky shot under the circumstances. It will be interesting to see the replay of this. Let's have a look at that. Slow left arm angling in. Oh, that was close. That went just past the stump, missed it by a whisker.
Only a single, and Max O'Dowd, the tall right-hander, the opener for the Dutch side, moves on to 26 of 21, has a dual citizenship of New Zealand and the Netherlands. Already mentioned that he learned his cricketing skills in New Zealand. Comes down the track. It will be a little too harsh to call it a real chance. It was hit like a bullet by the Dutch captain. Kushal Malla did get his hands to it. Yes, just kissed his fingers. Came down the track and it was hit really brutally by Edwards. Came back for the second run.
That part of his fingers must be sore at the moment because that ball was hit with some power. So Scott Edwards is showing his intentions clear. Nepal have been managed to put shackles in the flow of the runs We are already into the 8th over with 1 delivery to go. 50 comes up for Netherlands. Normally we'd have, how many times have you seen Netherlands getting 50s into those power play? So Nepal have done very well today here, Sachin.
It's straight this time. Plenty of work to do for Sompal, and eventually the ball will win the race. A boundary to end the first over of Kushal Malla gives away 9 runs. He's looking to go straight. He was threatening to go straight. This time it was maxed out. Was collected hit. Here's another boundary. And that brings us to the end of the over. So the crowd, look at the Bubujela. This crowd is always buzzing, always erupting whenever Nepal get any bit of success. Oh, bowled him. Pratis is already celebrating, and I think Edwards, Captain Edwards, will have to make his long walk back because he have been cleaned up by the young Pratis GC. Second ever wicket in T20i is for Pratis. And he's got the big fish. The Dutch captain cleaned up by Pratis in this fashion.
Short of length delivery didn't bounce as much as Edwards would have liked. Just kissed the top of that middle stump. Bells were flying and dancing in the air. Scott Edwards couldn't believe that he's been bowled out. Makes his way to the pavilion, scored 18 of 21 deliveries. Netherlands, 3rd wicket down for 54. So, Netherlands lose their captain. Scott Edwards is back to the pavilion thanks to that exquisite delivery from Pratish GC, just clipping the top of that middle stump. What a sight, what a wonderful sight. Left arm medium pacer, bowling that line ball, nipping slightly beard in. Took Edwards by complete surprise. So that brings Teza Nidamanuru in the middle. Netherlands not looking comfortable at all.
Much better. Playing through the line, because what the Netherlands batters were trying to do against Pratish, because of the lack of pace, they were trying to stand on the back foot and hammer everything towards the onside, and they were expecting the shorter delivery. And Edwards was already in a position to play that kind of a shot, but wasn't that short at all, and Pratish GC had hint of movement as well and clipped the top of the middle stick.
So Max Adaud has been sticking in one end and wicket are perishing on other end for Netherlands. Max Adaud is playing sensible 31 of 23 deliveries. On the other hand, they have to build a partnership here for Netherlands. Nepal are right on top at the moment. Very overcast condition. Is it a bit of drizzle out in the middle, Sachin?
Guards it down towards the 3rd. Only a single now. Netherlands have plenty to rebuild. They've lost 3 wickets. The opener still there, Max O'Dowd. Nidamanuru is the new man in. It's an absolutely packed stands here in TU International Cricket Ground. You expect that? It's a Saturday afternoon. This match means so much for Nepal. They won against Namibia yesterday out of nowhere. They came back out of nowhere. Oh, bowled him again! The youngster has dislodged the stumps of Max O'Dowd. Pratish GC getting through the Netherlands middle order now. And a difficult stay at the centre for Max O'Dowd has come to an end, and his poor run of form in this series continues. Again, that's exactly what I was telling all the Dutch batters. We're expecting Pratish GC to bat on the back or bowl on the short pitch area. They stood on the back foot, the length not there. It's a bad choice of shot from Max O'Dowd, which has costed his wicket. 31 of 24, and Netherlands 57 for 4. The conditions overcast. It's a bit chilly as well, but doesn't matter to Nepali fans. We're celebrating already 4 wickets down. Their team on top. 2 wickets in this over for young Pratish GC. Noah Cruz comes at the center, and at a stage where his team is in some bit of trouble.
The conditions are overcast and there is black clouds clouding up in Netherlands dressing room. In the batting department, they are clearly struggling very much. 2 new batters in the middle. Grosh joins Nidamanuru. That's the end of fabulous over. Let's have a look at that. Slightly overpitched this time around. He was bowling just sort of good length for getting those 2 wickets. After 9, Netherlands are 58 for 4.
So the gates could no longer hold thousands of fans who were waiting outside. Look at that inflow of the crowd. Dusty. And this is one of the biggest crowds I've ever seen in this ground, and I've seen plenty of matches.
If you're watching live from home, trust me, that is to ground. Here comes Kushal Malla. Attempted Yorker line spin bowling. Netherlands are in despair need of partnership at the moment. The set batters are back in the pavilion. 2 wickets for Pratish GC in that over, and what wickets to get. Captain Scott Edwards and Max O'Dowd sweeps it fine, just chipping it. So Kroos back for 2.
They need a partnership now. Swept it. It was a half-hearted sweep shot, really. He didn't try to go over the top or all the way as well. But luckily for him, the ball did not carry. Sompal was there waiting for that ball there. Nidamanuru and Noah Cruz. 60 for 4, the Netherlands side. 2 wickets in the previous over of Pratish GC. Reverse hit. Now already on the back foot, Netherlands. Even more after the dismissal of Max O'Dowd, was there for a long time. He got a start for the first time in the series. Max O'Dowd struggled in the initial 2 matches against Nepal and the Netherlands. He's on to the stumps. So now Kushal Malla has this advantage of having both the batters on back foot.
Fresh new batters in the crease. Kushal Malla is treating them with some good spin. Dancing down in the air, another wicket perishes. That's a very sloppy shot, I must tell you. Kushal Malla does not offer that pace. Trying to play across the line, paid the price, top edge straight in the hand of the fielder. So Crows walk slowly back to the pavilion. Halfway of Netherlands are already back in the hut.
Tried to play it far more fine. Didn't realize there was fielder there. It was Avinash Bora. An easy catch for him and first wicket for Kushal Malla. Is elated and Noah Cruz moves back 3 for 6 to his name and 60 for 5 now Netherlands. Dense crowd. It's a Saturday afternoon, a little overcast as well. Kushal Malla has picked up a wicket in the second over. Was a soft dismissal really. Noah Cruz trying to sweep it. It should have gone a little square, but straight into the hands of Avinash Bora at fine leg. Oh, bowled him! 2 in 2 for Kushal Malla. This went back in straight. And Aryan Dutt has been dismissed in the very first delivery. Is this the same Dutch team that scored 247 against the Namibian side? Doesn't look like that. The 6th wicket has fallen. And 2 in 2 for Kushal Malla.
Off he comes and off he goes. Aryan Dutt, look at that delivery. Pissed over, missed the line, completely angling in. And that was a quicker one, mind you. The off stump went into Asif's gloves. Kushal Malla, 2 wickets in 2 deliveries. This is the 3rd time, Sachin, in this game we have seen 2 wickets falling in 1 over. It was Karan Keshi, Pratish Jishi and Kushal Malla joins the party. Aryan Dutt didn't bother the scorecard at all, gone for naught. Netherlands struggling 60 for 6.
So this is a typical TU crowd, full house. Team Gupton has come out at the center. And Pratish Chisi has enjoyed his bowling today. Picked up 2 wickets in his previous over. And a wicket that you'll remember for a long, long time. That of big Max O'Dowd. 2 for 6 of 2.1. Was wicketless yesterday. Nida Manuru facing Pratish Chisi. Is getting the ball to move as well. Pitching on the middle stump. And the mistake that the Dutch batters have done is they've stood on the back foot and they've tried to pull Pratish Chisi when the length was not there. In fact, he got 1 wicket yesterday, Pratish Chisi, and this was the last wicket. This was off the bowling of Kushal Malla. Pratish Chisi took 2 wickets in the second over of his. And I have Ayush with me, 60 for 6. Netherlands in trouble.
Well, absolutely, the Dutch side is looking in trouble at the moment. 61 for 6. The wicket have failed. The same over, you call it, of Kushal Malla, Pratish Chisi, the first over from Karan Casey. Look at the happiness in the crowd. Sachin, they're absolutely enjoying this performance of their side. And I just wanted to ask, is this the same Dutch side that played against Nepal and Namibia, Sachin?
That's something I'm being amused as well with Ayush. A single. Now completely on the back foot, Netherlands, because they've lost 6 wickets. Pratish Chisi has been really, really economical. Has taken 2 important wickets, including that wicket of Max O'Dowd, who's there after getting a start, dismissed for 25. And 100K fans watching us live on YouTube. Thousands others watching us on television as well. A brilliant Yorker. Beautiful. Kids love their cricket. Everybody loves cricket in this country now. Thanks to the success, the international success of Nepali team. They've got into that T20i World Cup as well, and they'll be playing that T20i World Cup in the States and the Caribbean. And what this does, Ayush, is it brings in a lot of fan following. And that's how sponsorships come. Oh, direct hit and you'd be gone. Lucky for Nida Manuru that the ball did not strike the stumps. Eleven gone, 63 for 6. So Kushal Malla on a hat-trick. 2 wickets in the final 2 deliveries of his second over. On a hat-trick now. And the crowd behind him. Bowling to Teza Nida Manuru. Oh, that ball came in as well. Wasn't very convincing. He was on a hat-trick, Kushal Malla. 2 important wickets. Netherlands losing 4 wickets in the span of only 11 deliveries, Ayush.
That has created that pressure to the Dutch side. Look at Kushal Malla, just trying to come with that angle, trying to nip back the ball into the right-handed batsman. Well, both the batsmen, Gurdon and Nida Manuru, needs to hold their nerves now, needs to rebuild this innings. They still have got plenty of over to go.
They look for the second run, which is not there. Now Kushal Malla, what a handy all-rounder he's been for Nepal. Scored a match-winning 54 not out yesterday against Namibia. The highest scorer for Nepal yesterday. And he can do it with the ball as well. 2 for 12 in 2.3. Crowd almost already celebrating. Now Netherlands, they have a mountain to climb here. It's a different pitch that they're playing on. But you presume that it's not because of the pitch that Netherlands are 65 for 6. It has been poor shot selection. Some really good balls from the Nepali bowlers as well. And that has pushed the Dutch side, who scored 247 runs against Namibia on the back foot. No new side at this venue. It's a Saturday afternoon. A bit overcast, mind you.
This is an effort from Kushal Malla. Cannot grab the ball, and the Dutch side would take that single. Just 4 runs from this over. That's the end of 12. Netherlands 67 for 6.
'67 for 6. Netherlands in desperate need of that partnership, which they've not had so far. Avinash Bora has been brought into the attack by Captain Paudel. Bowled some really important overs yesterday. Avinash Bora was the proud winner of Footmandu delivery of the match as well.
Got that important break to support Dipendra Singh Airi when Dipendra came in and got those 2 wickets. And a single over just after that coming in. Avinash Bora picking up that wicket, brought the momentum towards the Nepalese side. But at the moment, Deshto batsman needs to be there, needs to slowly bring that momentum towards themselves.
Straight to Rohit, 67 for 6. Nepali bowlers, they have been completely on top. 2 wickets each to the name of Karan Kesi, Patish Jisi, and the spinner Kushal Malla. The ball struck the knees of Rohit. He looks in some bit of despair. Small smile, despite getting into that pain, Rohit. 67 for 6, Avinash Bora into the attack. It's a relaxed Nepali side. They would not want to miss Rohit Paudel because of the injury. This was bowled full. Or straight in onto his knees, onto his right knee, in fact.
The point that ball struck his knee, he was in pain. The condition you could see, Sachin, it's a bit of overcast condition. There's the physio of the national side, Bikram Neopani, doing some work for the skipper. What a start that Nepal had today. Karan Kesi starting the proceedings with 2 wickets and over after that. Patish Jisi, the youngster, there's so many questions rising in regarding his form, his inclusion in the team, but he has proven why he's there in the team. His importance with the left arm seam. Patish Jisi has been consistent with those ball, and look at the cheer from the crowd. Rohit Kumar Paudel, as soon as he gets in his feet. Oh, look at this side, Sachin. As Sachin was saying, this is not a new side that we are witnessing. A full-packed stadium. Credit needs to be given to Rohit Kumar Paudel as well, the way he has been rotating his bowlers, Sachin, today.
Heavy-duty repair work.
Well, Rohit Kumar Paudel will be definitely looking to restrict the Dutch side below 120. The Dutch side would be definitely Sachin eyeing to go over 150 from this point of time, but they need partnership at the moment. They need to target one of the Nepalese bowlers.
Hit straight back for a boundary. Crashes the side screen. And a much needed boundary this for the Dutch side. Their innings was going nowhere. And they needed this boundary. They had to break this shackle, which they've done now. And they bat deep as well, Ayush. They've lost 6 wickets. They still have more than 7 overs to go. They should be looking at a score of somewhere around 140 to 150, Ayush, because this has been a high-scoring series. We had a brilliant contest yesterday. Slashes it up in the air, 1 bounce over the fence. Consecutive boundaries now. Goktin has moved on to 12. Avinash Bora just missing his length. He looks a different bowler when he targets the block hole, but when he misses his length, we've seen him go for runs.
Well, absolutely, Sachin is trying to go for that block hole, trying to create that pressure over Gutton. Look at that shot, just played with that wrist. Not much of a power out there, just believed in his timing. Avinash would not be happy. This partnership is going pretty good for the Dutch side. They need partnership at the moment. 10 runs of this over. And this is what the Dutch side can do at the moment. These two batters can target one of the Nepalese bowler and go after him, because they need to maintain that run rate as well.
Shorter delivery attempted, but it was a slower bouncer, in fact, attempted by Avinash Bora, but wide called, and rightly so. Consistency has been an issue for Avinash. He looks a different bowler when he's aiming those Yorkers. That's Mandu, our delivery partner, food delivery partner. Serves the best food in the city of Kathmandu. Much better this. We definitely have some yummy biryanis inside that box.
Well, I'm happy this box is coming towards the commentary box, Sachin.
They serve happiness. Our delivery partner, Mandu, serving us food and serving the whole city of Kathmandu with great food. So the final delivery of this over coming up. Driven very well. But straight to Karan Casey. And that's the end of the over. Overthrow run. 79 for 6. $79 for 6. Netherlands finally having a big over. 12 runs coming off that first over of Avinash Bora. And Goktin and Nidamanuru should be looking to get singles and also try for some boundaries in the middle. Calculated risk is what's needed out of them. They cannot leave it only to the end. That was the overthrow. Went straight to Karan Casey. Got shy at the stumps. And was an added run for the Netherlands team. They move on to 80 now. They've lost 6 wickets. Already on the back foot. And Kushal Malla picked up 2 wickets in his second over. Has been economical as well. A very, very handy all-rounder for Nepal, Kushal.
And this is a perfect platform for Kushal Malla as well. Both right-handed batsmen in the creases, just trying to create that angle, to bring the ball back into the right-handed batsman.
Such a handy all-rounder, handy all-rounder, because he can take wickets, he can score quick runs like yesterday. That's the VVIP box. Catch it is a call. Crowd got excited as well. And if the Vinder Singh ID cannot catch, there was no catch at all. Fell short. Thought of going for that dive. Not there at all. Just short of him. The ball stood low this time. Was short as well. Barsa Raut, a very popular Nepali actor. And the Nepali film industry, they've started supporting cricket so much. They want to get associated with Nepali cricket. Played onto the onside, only for a single, and that brings us to the end of 14th over, 82 for 6. Six overs to go. Haribangsa Acharya on the left of your screen. The most respected Nepali actor, I'd say. Very, very popular. Has been entertaining us almost for 4 decades now. They have a new movie coming up, Mahajatra. They're here to promote their movie. It's great to see actors and all the celebs coming in to support cricket. And Pradeep Sisi now on to his 4th over. What a spell already. 3 overs. This is the 7th run he's given, and he's picked up 2 wickets already.
What a brilliant spell from Pradeep Sisi. He's looking confident today after picking up 2 wickets in that over. Pradeep is looking confident. Yes, now Pradeep is trying to come around the wicket just to create that angle to that right-handed batsman, with that angle to bring the ball back in. We have seen Nida Manuru struggling against the ball that has been coming in towards him.
He's been tremendous today, Pradeep Sisi. He's been really consistent with the length. Hasn't allowed the batters to get underneath him. And like yesterday, the mistake the Netherlands batters have done against Pradeep Sisi is they've already been predetermined to stay on the back foot and play it across the line. And he's a skiddy customer as well, Pradeep Sisi. Oh, bowled him again. 3 wickets. All of them dislodging the stumps. And Pradeep Sisi is having a magical run. 3rd wickets to his name. Another one bites the dust, almost in a similar fashion.
Well, a good thinking there by the youngster Pradeep Sisi, just coming round the wicket, creating that angle, bringing the ball back in to Nida Manuru. He was struggling with the ball coming back in, and look at that celebration from this young man. He's delighted, he's pumped up.
So Teza Nida Manuru will have to move back to the pavilion, and the score is 83 for 7. So Pradeep Sisi is having a dream run today. 3 wickets for only 7 runs. He's given away runs at the rate of 2.12 and picked up 3 important wickets. Not just the wickets, but the weight of the wickets he's taken. He'll remember this match for a long time, Pradeep. Van der Merwe has come to the center, and the experienced man will be facing Nepali youngster who is in fire right now. Just drifting down towards the leg side. This time only a single taken though. 3 wickets taken by Pratis Sisi. And let's have a look at the last wicket. Nida Manuru completely cleaned up. And the same issue with him as well. He was already predetermined to play towards the onside. Fantastic anticipation by young Pratis. Can he finish it well? That's the question. Only a single in his penultimate ball of his spell. 3 for 8.
What a dream run this youngster is having at the moment. He was part of the senior side for a long period of time. Then after that in Prime Minister's Cup, led the Bagmati side with his left arm seam. Then was made part of the Team A, Nepal A, that played against Canada. After that he was again brought back into the side.
Concedes a boundary in the very last ball of his spell. Still, it's a wonderful spell. What a fantastic spell. The best so far in his career, Pratis Sisi. 4 overs, 13 runs, 3 wickets, 14 dot deliveries. What a spell. Very, very well done, young man. That was the final delivery. It was a bad delivery and went to the boundary. 89 for 7. If you're wondering why the crowd is shouting Tiger, Tiger, it's because of the arrival of this man, Dipendra Singh Aidi, who turned the tides yesterday for the home team. The Namibian side were batting comfortably at 133 for 3. He came in, picked up 2 quick wickets and got Nepal right back into the match. Direct hit. Oh, he did not collect the ball as well, Dipendra Singh Aidi. Direct hit would have made this close. Let's have a look at this in the replay. Went straight to the fielder, Rohit Paudel. Direct hit. Would have certainly made the batter to go back. Even if Dipendra Singh Aidi would have collected this, I think it was the 8th wicket for Nepal. Vandermerwe. Lucky this time. And with me in the comm box now is Kiran. 90 for 7. Where do you think this innings is going, Kiran?
Very unlike how it started with the T20i series. Runs were floating. Look at that effort. Nepal is pumped. Pratis Sisi is signaling that ball was going the other way. He has to dive to stop that.
This has been his day. He overran, in fact. Eventually had to readjust, and the dive was good enough for the ball to be stopped. Hoiked towards the onside. The diving save there by Sompal. And you talk about Dipendra Singh Aidi. In fact, it was Kushal Bhutel who had to put that dive eventually. And you talk about Dipendra Singh Aidi's approach yesterday. He came in, he knew that his team needed that wicket desperately, and against the run of play, he took 2 important wickets. One of the captain, J.J. Smith, and the other of Lofty Eaton, who already has had a century to his name, the fastest century in this series. So often, the numbers do not suggest the importance of a cameo or a spell, and I think that was the case yesterday with Dipendra Singh Aidi as well. He was my man of the match.
As cool as cucumber under pressure is Dipendra Singh Aidi. Finishes his first over with the dot ball. Just conceded 4. Netherlands after 16, 93 for 7.
4 overs to go. 93 for 7, jam-packed you stands. And you expect this. As we already mentioned, it's a Saturday afternoon. It's weekend in this country. And there's not a single spot that's empty. The TU Grassy Bank, the famous TU Grassy Banks, completely filled with spectators coming in. They've come in numbers, thousands of cricket fans covering this beautiful ground. Avinash Bora on to his second over now. Wide, driven, only a single.
Offered some width on that occasion, talking about the crowd. There are thousands and thousands of people here in TU International Cricket Stadium enjoying the game, and I'm very sure millions of Nepalese are stuck in their television, mobile phones, laptops, wherever they get the screen, because Nepal is right on top in this must-win game. And this is the first time, mind you, where Pacers have had the upper hand over the spinners. How rare is this sight, Sachin, as we have witnessed the journey of Nepal cricket. Normally it's the spinners who give the breakthrough, but it's Pratish GC, Karan Casey doing the job, and doing the job in style when it's most needed for their nation.
Nepal cricket has come a long way. My first memories of this ground was back in 2004 when Nepal played against Malaysia, Kiran, in ICC Elite Cup. And since then, the fan following has multiplied. It's because of the success Nepal has got in the international arena. And it's great to see the fans coming in and covering this ground so much. And in thousands, I think the expected number of spectators today, I think close to 18 to 20,000. In between 18 to 20,000 is my speculation, Kiran.
Easily, that was a beamer, hammered it way up in the air. The fielder catches it. We are yet to see umpire's signal. I'm very sure it slipped off his hand. He was aiming for that Yorker. As you can see, that's a beamer. So that will allow a free hit and a warning to Avinash Bora.
The crowd got excited. They thought that Nepal got their 8th wicket, but not to be, because this was way over the waist high, the height of the waist, and that's rightly called a beamer. It's a no ball. And Avinash Bora will have to re-bowl this delivery. 98 for 7. It's a free hit. So an opportunity for Vandermover to go big now. Good comeback by Avinash Bora. The length was there to go after Avinash Bora this time, but the batter was already predetermined to play towards the onside. That's the reason he could not get the hold of it.
The problem with this shot was he was using all his power at his will, swinging the bat hard. He should have just like used the pace of Avinash and struck it, because it was offered on the full. Nevertheless, not very expensive for Nepal. Avinash Bora has gone for runs today, but that Yorker yesterday was a ripper of a delivery that he bowled.
So with that single, 100 comes up for the Dutch side. They still have plenty to do. Only 3 wickets in hand. This has looked a completely different Netherlands team. They lost 2 of their in-form batters early up. In fact, in the first over itself. Engelbrecht and Levitt, both dismissed by Karan Casey. Slap, straight back. Karan Casey will cut it off and 2 runs will be taken. That's what happens when your bowler is in form. 17 gone, 102 for 7. So Dipender Singh ID will be bowling the 18th over. Gave away only 4 runs in his first over. As I said, he was my player of the match yesterday because he came in and turned the table for Nepal. Full toss, straight up. This has been the kind of day for the Netherlands batters. Fortunately for the batter, the ball did not carry to Kushal Malla. But this ball deserved to be punished outside the ground. When the luck is not in your side, that's exactly what happens.
Yeah, completely miscued. It went in the air for a long time. Mind you, just 3 overs away from that 20 over mark. The field's wide spread. That was the reason, and this occasion he goes big. And it is very big indeed. Much needed 6. Van der Merwe is showing some class with the bat.
Just the length of the delivery very, very quickly. Went with this shot, didn't try to overhit it as well. That almost struck our cameraman there. He had to be really cautious. A massive hit to break the shackles. Now Nepal cannot become complacent. They've had Netherlands team struggling with 110 for 7. And Netherlands, they would want to get to somewhere around 140 to 150 at least. And this partnership very, very instrumental if they want to get there, up in there, fielder underneath it. Easiest of catches. And Sompal Kami will not drop that. One too many this time for the Netherlands. They got a 6 in this over. Gokten wanted to replicate what Van der Merwe did earlier. And has been held out. An easy catch eventually for Sompal Kami.
They had to go, and they had to go big. Gokten was committed to his shot, played it fine, just couldn't get the timing right. Sompal Kami grabbed it with ease, no problem whatsoever. Another wicket's gone down. That's the 8th wicket of Netherlands. Gokten played well for his 24. Netherlands are struggling at 110 for the loss of 8 wickets.
So first wicket for Dipender Singh ID in the second over. Oh, mix up. Oh, direct hit. The umpire releases the finger. Another wicket for Nepal. Was a terrible mix-up at the center. Yes, no. And a direct hit means that the Dutch side have lost their 9th.
That is the last thing the Netherlands team would have wanted, a direct hit. A lot of yes and no. Finally, the KK for Netherlands loses his wicket without troubling the score. He is gone for a not unfortunate run out here. Nepal on top. Netherlands, well, the misery continue for the Dutch side. 9th wicket perishes at the score of 110.
Two wickets in 2 balls again. Wide delivery. We'll have to re-bowl this. The line belongs to the umpire is what they say, and ID has bowled a wide. Wasn't happy with the decision though. Rightly called so. Vidhi Pradhan, the umpire. Shot in wide again. Straight to Gulson. So a successful over for Nepal yet again. 2 wickets comes off it. Avinash Bora has this responsibility of cleaning the tail. And Netherlands, how many can they manage now? 9 wickets down. They're unlikely to get to that 140 mark, which we believed would have been competitive.
It looks far, far away from where we are standing at the moment with the game. And mind you, Sachin, the last over where 2 wickets fell, it was the 4th occasion in the game where 2 wickets has fallen in the same over. So, well, things went Nepal's way. And mind you, after that first power play, the pitch is behaving absolutely superbly. There's something in offer for the batters as well. The ball's rising, bouncing, easily connecting into the bat. But because of the regular fall of wickets, 2 wickets in overs has put Netherlands on back foot, and that's been the story so far. And as a result, they are just 112 on board for the loss of 9 wickets.
Was a slow delivery, driven down the ground. This has been a disappointing performance from the Netherlands side, especially after that performance against Namibia. Their batting consultant, Gary Kurtzen, wouldn't be happy with their batting performance. 113 for 9. They only have a wicket to go, and the bowling performance from the Nepali bowlers, supreme today. 3 wickets in 4 overs for Prati Sisi. Avinash Bora yet to take his first wicket. 2 wickets to the name of Kushal Malla. Karan Kisi, the pacer, who bowled that final over yesterday, has given him a world of confidence. And the way he came in today, bent his back, got 2 initial wickets, and 2 wickets of the best batters according to their form for the Netherlands. Levitt and Engelbrecht dismissed in the very first over, and since then Netherlands side haven't been able to recover at all.
That's what I was talking about at the beginning of the game, because Netherlands never got chance to expose their middle order, because Levitt and Engelbrecht were building that partnership, laying that foundation, and rest of the batters can just come and play freely. Not been the occasion this time, and you can see the result. Netherlands on back foot already. 5 singles of the over. Slashes is hard, running towards the boundary. The fielder is chasing it. Arif Sheikh will cut it off. The batters will have to settle for a couple. So that concludes over number 19, 117 for 9.
So Aidi will finish it off for Nepal. Last over to go, 6 balls, and this has been a disappointing outing for the Netherlands side. Right into the block hole. As we mentioned, that Dipender Singh Aidi started his career as a right-arm medium pacer. He had to change his bowling and turn into an off-spinner because of that back injury. So he has a very strong right arm. That's the reason why he can bowl those deliveries into the block hole, and he's a very difficult customer to get away with.
He is indeed, and he has got bags of variations under his belt. He bowls that looping delivery really well. Bowling that wide into the air. The fielder was running. What an effort. What a wonderful effort there by Kushal Vurtel. Take a bow, run out. The last thing Netherlands would have wanted. And courtesy to that magnificent fielding of Kushal Vurtel, Netherlands are wrapped up here.
This small clip will go around the internet in the next hour, and it will be viral, I believe, because this was a brilliant save. Flying effort, realized you'd go beyond the boundary, pull the ball in, and ball watching from Van der Merwe. And And the awareness from Kushal Bhurtel as well, because he understood that the batter at the non-strikers, in fact the strikers end had already run, threw it to the keeper, and all Asif Shah had to do was knock the bails off, which he did, and Netherlands have been bowled out. They have been bowled out very, very cheaply. They could only manage a score of 120 runs, which we believe will not be enough on this track. There were no real monsters on the pitch as well. It's just the lack of application from the Dutch batters. They looked to attack the Nepali bowlers from the very first over, and then they lost the two important wickets of Engelbrecht and Levitt, and since then they could never recover. And this is how the final wicket fell down. It was high up. It was going over the boundary for a six. Bhurtel realized it. It was a diving effort of getting the ball back into the field, and the throw, the awareness there. He realized that the runner had already taken, he had already left for the second run, and plenty of ball watching there from Van der Merwe resulted in the last wicket fallen for the Netherlands side.
A tremendous presence of mind there from Kushal Bhurtel, diving, falling out of the ground, getting up, looking at the batters, throwing at the strikers, and sensible fielding there by Kushal Bhurtel.
8 boundaries scored by Netherlands side, not enough at all. Let's have a look at the 8 boundaries.
Boundaries brought to you by DHI.
This was off the very first over of Karan Casey. Was an eventful over. Ordinary effort there by Sompal Kami, allowing the ball to go to the boundary. Max O'Dowd scored 25 today. In fact, 31 today. Was the highest scorer for the Dutch side. And he got plenty of boundaries, 4 boundaries to his name. But then were not enough at all, and eventually Netherlands being held out for only 120 runs. This was a shot straight back past the bowler, over his head in fact. And Avinash Bora considered 2 boundaries in this over, but was never enough for the Dutch side. This was off the very last delivery of Pratish Jisi's over, superstar Pratish Jisi's over.
Boundaries brought to you by DHI. Boundaries brought to you by DHI.
There were 18 sixes scored by Namibia, by Netherlands against Namibia, but only 3 sixes today. Let's have a look at them.
Energetic sixes brought to you by Red Bull.
This was the first one, just a little flick off the bat of Scott Edwards, the captain. This was off the bat of Max O'Dowd. And Van der Merwe stuck that third 6 against Devendra Singh early, and this was the biggest of them all.
Energetic sixes brought to you by Red Bull.
So Nepal bowled brilliantly today, all 10 wickets taken. Bowled out the Netherlands side only for 120 runs, 8 extras. And they were able to bowl out the Netherlands side, only 31 runs. The highest score, Max O'Dowd, 18 runs for Scott Edwards, 24 and 23 to Gautam and Merwe. And the remaining batters could not get onto the double digits as well. So it has been a disappointing batting performance from the Dutch side. So all 10 wickets falling. And Nepal bowled really, really beautifully.
Wickets brought to you by Red Bull.
Karan Casey picked up 2 wickets in his very first over. This was an easy catch to Devendra Singh ID. Levitt was dismissed in that manner, and Engelbrecht coming down the track to attack Karan Casey was dismissed in that fashion. And the Dutch batters, they took Pratish Jisi way too lightly. Max O'Dowd was his second victim. This was swept straight into the hands of Avinash Bora. First wicket for Kushal Malla, and this came back in, and Aryan Dutt was bamboozled by this straight one from Kushal. And Pratish Jisi got his 3rd wicket in this fashion. Teja Nitamanuru was bowled out. This was straight up, Sompal Kami had all the time to get underneath it, an easy catch eventually. And Dipender Singh ID didn't have to collect this one at all. It was a direct hit from Gulshan Jha. So Nepali fielders had a good time today in the field as well. And the highlight of the fielding show was this one. They pulled the ball, dragged it back, saved 5 runs for his team already, but then also realized that there was a run-out chance, and ball watching from Van der Merwe cost the Netherlands side with their last wicket.
Wickets brought to you by Red Bull.
Let's have a look at the bowling card. 2 wickets for Karan Kesey up front. He only had to bowl 3 overs. Sompal wicketless. 3 wickets. Pick up the bowlers for me. 4 overs, 1 maiden, 13 runs, 3 wickets. The best performance by Pratisisi with the ball so far. Kushal Malla, 2 wickets to his name. He was very economical. Avinash Bora could not pick up any wicket today, and 1 wicket for Dipender Singh ID, who was also economical today. 120 is what the Netherlands side could manage in their 20 overs, which we think is not enough to restrict Nepal, but they'll have to bowl really well if they want to make a match out of this. When Nepal come in to bat, they'll have to score 120. In fact, 121 to win this match from here. So we'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have Nepal's chase. So match number 5, Nepal versus Netherlands. Nepal now in with their reply to Netherlands 120. And Nepal meanwhile should not be looking complacent at all. Kushal Bhurtel now back into the side. Has 2 consecutive ducks to his name. He was rested yesterday against the Namibian team. Anil Shah came in his place, but he's been brought back into the playing 11 by Captain Rohit Paudel, and his partner will be Asif Sheikh. Nepal getting a regular opening pair after a long time. They've experimented a lot, and in 3 matches he's only scored 41, so this has been a very ordinary series for Asif as well. And meanwhile, Kushal Bhurtel yet to open his account in the series.
Well, absolutely, Sachin. This is the opening pair that Nepali side got by playing the T20 against the Netherlands when Dave Watmore was the coach. So it will be Vivian Kingma who would be starting the proceedings from the Chova, and there's a slip in place. The Dutch side knows that they need to pick up early wicket to apply that pressure over the Nepalese side.
Can Kushal Bhurtel break the streak? Wanted that single first up. Kushal Bhurtel now playing his 3rd match in this series. Was rested yesterday against Namibia. Yet to get off the mark.
Well, as a batsman, you'd always want to get off to the mark after you have been out for 2 consecutive ducks. So Kushal Bhurtel definitely looking to get those runs. There's no pressure on both the opening pair today. It's not but much of a big target.
Still not getting off the mark. I'm sure Kushal Bhurtel will have this thing in his head. Vivian Kingma, meanwhile, has been very effective in this series. He's taken wickets first up. And he'll have to produce a magical spell like that by Karan Casey if Netherlands want to defend this small total of 120.
The required run rate is not much of a concern for the Nepalese side. The Dutch could just manage to score 120. So Vivian Kingma.
Breaks this tackle just off the mark, Kushal Bhurtel, but not in a very convincing manner. He went for the paddle sweep against Kingma. He likes playing this shot. But finally, a big monkey off his back. Kushal Bhurtel was under a lot of pressure. 2 ducks in 2 matches. And finally gets his first runs in this series in his 3rd match. Didn't time it really well. The ball came in quicker than he actually anticipated, and this just cleared the fielder at the fine leg area. Nervous start this by Kushal Bhurtel.
Offering that room to Asif Sheikh to free his arms. We're just asking the umpire, isn't it wide? The crowd coming in good number today. It's a Saturday. All age groups of people coming here to witness this important encounter between Netherlands and Nepal.
So this is the 32nd match, 32nd T20i played by Kushal Bhurtel. He has an average of 33.88 despite the 2 ducks in the previous matches. Oh, beautiful shot. 1 bounce over the fence. Asif Sheikh not looking tentative at all. Wasn't a bad delivery by any stretch of imagination, this by Kingma. Just the length perfectly. Played this elegant looking shot towards the mid-wicket region. Good start this for Asif Sheikh.
Elegant shot there by Asif. Look at that hand-eye coordination of Asif Sheikh. Did not try to hit that ball too hard, just timed it. Brilliant wrist work.
Brilliant comeback this. A dot delivery to end the first over, 5 of it, 5 for none. Well, Kushal Bhutel opened his account today, and the crowd really chilled out. No real pressure on them because yesterday against Namibia, crowd were really involved. The momentum of the match swung both the sides and was an important match for Nepal as well because they had to win that match to stay alive in the tournament. Comes down the track, uppishly played, through the gap this time, gets his first boundary. And that's so much more needed by this man, Kushal Bhutel. You've had a forgetful tri-series so far. Trusted by his captain, brought into the team. Resting Anil Shah. He has to prove himself today and he has that opportunity as well. No real pressure. He likes going aggressive at the bowler, Kushal Bhutel. Was played uppishly on the rise, but through the gap. Oh, you can't bowl Kushal Bhutel there. He is so good off his pads. And just because a batter is out of form, you can't be complacent against him. Kushal Bhutel. He can smack good deliveries for sixes, and this was a very poor delivery onto his pads and flicked it, timed it so well. First 6 for Nepal.
A delicate touch there by Kushal Bhutel, just using his wrist, flick of the wrist. Using the pace of Gutton out there. This will certainly give confidence to Kushal Bhutel.
Flirting with danger again, Goktan. That's a very poor line. Bhutel Mama, I love you. That's written on the chart paper. We all love him. Niece of Kushal Bhutel maybe. The family is coming in to support their sons playing for the country. It's a great achievement, not just for the individual, but the whole family. If anyone inside your family goes on to represent the country, cricket is now already big enough for the players to be cherished, to be celebrated, to be followed. They have a massive fan following, and the testament is the number of crowd, the number of spectators who are inside the ground right now.
From families telling their son and daughters that there's no future in cricket, to now giving this opportunity for their son and daughters to just showcase their talent in cricket. This game has certainly created that foundation for every family member to see future in cricket, Sachin.
And the international success also helps. That's the media box. The media has been very successful in supporting, the media has been very helpful in supporting Nepal cricket achieve greater heights. And you're watching us live on Action Sports. And the man behind the footage, the brilliant scenery is coming to you, the action coming to you, is Yupis Pradhan, our broadcast director.
Good partnership going on for the duo Kushal Bhutel and Asif Sheikh.
$70 for none already, Nepal. A ball to be bowled before the second over ends. A good start, you'll have to say, given the fact that they're only chasing 121 runs. And Asif Sheikh, meanwhile, 4 of 4. 36 T20Is before this match. The highest score of 64, 24.38 the average. You'd want to get that average go better. A single to end the second over, 18 for none. Sheikh and Burtil. The required run at 5.72. Now Netherlands, they'll have to pick up quick wickets if they want to make a match out of this. They're at least 30 to 40 runs short. Oh, swaying down in length and line. Bonus runs for Nepal. 4 signaled by the umpire. It's 4 leg byes. But Nepal won't mind it. Drifting down in length. Trying a little too hard. Vivian Kingma. So 4 bonus runs for Nepal.
Well, a bit of surprising delivery from Vivian Kingma. The fine leg was inside the 30-yard circle. He has placed in a slip. It is bowling around that leg stump. Just need to be careful with those line and length.
He doesn't mind going after the ball, especially inside the power play. Asif Sheikh was not convincing shot at all. But they'll come back for the 3rd run. This has been complete dominance from Nepal so far. They're happy. Actress Parsa Raut, the crew of the upcoming movie, Mahajatra. Haribangsa Acharya also there in the VIP zone. All enjoying Nepal's brilliant performance so far. 25 for none. They're chasing 121. Again, they're swaying in line, drifting in line. When you're defending a low total of 120, that's not how you get wickets. You cannot afford to bowl there. You've given away a wide, but imagine if Kushal Burtel was so strong in that area, had got some bit of his bat, I think the ball would have carried all the way. Urgent call now for the Netherlands side.
Well, Kingma needs to be careful with his line and length at the moment. He could not afford to ball around that paths of Kushal Burtel because the fine leg is inside the 30-yard circle. He's so good playing those flick shots. You see there's a change in fielding position. Just a point fielder brought inside the 30-yard circle.
Goes after it. Very, very high. Runs behind and easily held. Nepal losing their first wicket in Kushal Burtil. Went a bit more aggressive this time. The length was there, could not get the ball over the fielder there. Went miles up in the sky and eventually was an easy catch. And very well judged as well. Catches like these, not easy to judge, but done it very well. And Nepal lost their first wicket. The length was there to play this shot. Very, very high, running behind. The crowd silenced. And Kingma is ecstatic right now. Lost their first wicket in Kushal Burtel, Nepal. Rohit Paudel comes in.
Well, skipper Rohit Kumar Paudel entering the field to join Asif Sheikh. Good start for the Dutch side. They have got rid of the dangerous man Kushal Burtel, who was looking aggressive. And credit needs to be given to Kingma. It was a good line and length, just testing Kushal Burtel to play over that with on reason. And as Sachin was saying, the backward running catches are always hard, but good judgment out there.
Guided for a second, guided for the single, think for the second run, not there. I'm sure the Nepali batters will also be thinking about the net run rate that can come into play if Namibian side defeats Netherlands tomorrow. All 3 teams will have 2 points each, 4 points each. 2 victories each if Namibian side goes on to defeat the Dutch side tomorrow, that is. And Nepal, after restricting Netherlands for 120, they can look to finish this quickly. Oh, bowled him! Was a slow delivery, went for that expanded drive. Got the inside edge and chopped it onto the stumps.
The start that the Dutch team wanted, they have got that start. It's Vivian Kingma, 2 wickets in an over, dismissing 2 of the openers, Kuisal Vurtel and Asif Sheikh. Look at the dismissal, it was way off the body, but just trying to slash and play that drive. Not getting that connection inside edge and straight into the stumps. Kingma is delighted.
So Asif Sheikh walks back. Only 8 runs scored by the Nepali opener. And Kingma has taken the second wicket. So Gulshan Jha comes at the center after the fall of Asif Sheikh. He got a start yesterday. Lost his wicket against Coles after striking him for 6. Brilliant line again from Kingma. He's taken 2 important wickets now. 3 overs bowled, 28 for 2. So 28 for 2. Nepal chasing 121. Netherlands, they've won 2 out of 2 matches played. Nepal defeated Namibia yesterday after losing 2 in a trot. And Namibian side got defeated by Nepal only by 3 runs yesterday. So win here will do a world of good for Nepal. They'll have 2 wins in 2 matches. The series still wide open. If Namibia go on to defeat Netherlands tomorrow, and if Nepal defeats Netherlands today, it will be 4 points each for all 3 teams, and it will go down to the net run rate section. So that's the reason why Nepal would be looking to score quick runs today and gain that positive net run rate. For now, they are at minus 0.317.
Well, this tournament is looking open for all the 3 sides to book their place in the final. Gulshan Jha, they have Scott Edwards was looking for that matchup, bringing in your off spinner against the left-handed batsman, but a good move there by Gulshan Jha, just taking a single and giving it to your right-handed batsman.
Aryan Dutt was dismissed off the very first delivery he faced. Was the second wicket of Kushal Malla. Was of course on a hat-trick after Dutt was sent back to the dugout. 29 for 2. Still a decent start, you can call.
That's right. Drop for a tight.
Especially because of the fact that Nepal are only chasing 121. The crowd, there is not a single empty spot.
Lefty.
The love for the game is unreal in this Himalayan nation. Can Aryan Dutt get the 3rd wicket for his team? They need quick wickets up front. And they understand that Nepal bats really, really deep. The big hitting Kushal Malla yet to come. Deepinder Singh ID has been one of the best batters in this series.
Lovely.
Targeting the stumps. to Rohit Kumar Paudel. Aryan Dutt needs to be careful here while bowling to the right-handed batsman Rohit Kumar Paudel, because it would be easier for Rohit Kumar Paudel to play with the turn towards the leg side. So he needs to be very careful here, Aryan Dutt. The Dutt side have got off to a start. They need to capitalize the start, the momentum that they have got now.
Right out. Yo!
Flatter one to Gulshan Shah. They have come up with a plan against Gulshan Shah. The Dutch bowlers, they understand that Gulshan will be going after the bowlers if it's pitched up. And you can see there, not a single spot empty there. Jam-packed stands. That's exactly what I was telling before this ball, Ayush. Gulshan Shah likes going after the spinners if it's pitched up. He bowled a couple of deliveries quicker at him, and he gave that length for Gulshan to go after him, but there was a hint of turn. The ball held on to the track and then turned a bit. That's the reason why Gulshan was completely beaten.
Good thinking there by Aryan Dutt as well. Quicker through the air for Gulshan Shah, trying to create that angle.
Rohit has sliced this. Not very convincing. That's the reason why the ball won't travel all the way to the boundary, but they'll pick up the second run easily. 2 runs to Rohit Paudel's name. End of the 4th over, 33 for 2. .33 for 2. Haribangsa Acharya. It's great to see him interacting with a Dutch fan who's been there in every match the Netherlands have played so far. Oh, up in the air was a chance, really. That climbed up to the bat of Gulshan Shah, deceived in pace, and almost caught and bowled. In the air for a long time, just short of Vivian Kingma. So he's bowling his heart out, Vivian Kingma.
Brilliant delivery from Vivian Kingma. One thing good about Vivian Kingma today has been he has been changing his line and length, he's been changing his space, he's been playing with the batsman's mind. Vivian Kingma bowling his heart out. He knows that he needs to pick up a wicket from here.
That's the aggression the Netherlands team need. The crowd not liking it. It's great to see fast bowlers with aggressive intent. Sompal Kami left his crease for a while. Stuck Gulshan Shah, the crowd not happy. But Vivian Kingma would not mind that. 2 wickets to his name. Scampering a bit. Did hit him. The physio is in, and you'll have a little inspection, but I don't think that's that serious. That's stuck on the back of Gulshan Shah. He was not happy. Exchanged an aggressive stare. Eventually Gulshan Shah still there, so no harm done. And Vivian Kingma now testing Nepali batters with his brilliant balls and also his attitude. It's always great to see fast bowlers aggressive. Ayush cannot get over him, cannot, and exchanged words as well. Gulshan Shah struggling against Vivian Kingma. these little battles, always fun to watch.
Well, absolutely, as Sachin was talking about, always good to see fast bowlers with those aggression. You know, Brett Lee, you talk about Sonte, Shoaib Akhtar. Gulshan Jha needs to be careful here because Vivian Kingma has been testing him with his variations, with the change in pace, line and length. Brilliant over for Vivian Kingma so far. 3 dot deliveries.
.34 for 2. Singles will do for Nepal. The required run rate still 5.67, way below 6. And Vivian Kingma is bowling his heart out.
Well, this is the plan that you could go against Vivian Kingma. He's bowling his 3rd over. He's looking in a good momentum, in good rhythm. You could just play out Vivian Kingma. The Dutch side have got plenty of options. The bowling lineup. The last delivery of this over. Vivian Kingma just conceded 2 runs. A brilliant over within the power plays.
Only 2 runs, a brilliant over by Vivian Kingma comes to an end, 35 for 2.
Aryan Dutt continuing in from the Chi wicket, and you see mid off, mid on, cover, point, backward point, 3rd man inside the 30-yard circle, fine leg inside the 30-yard circle. There's short mid wicket in place as well.
Lovely, Toddy.
Well, this is what you could do against the right-handed Rohit Kumar Paudel. The captain has focused on the matchup, but he needs to be careful because there's left-hand, right-hand combination in the pitch. There's a change in the commentary box. Welcome, Kiran. A very good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ayush. So game is evenly poised. Nepal has the upper hand because they were able to restrict Netherlands just for the mere score of 120. We have seen runs coming in flurry before this game, but the sun's out now. The pitch will dry out. It will favor the batters. At the moment, Gulshan Jha and Rohit Paudel, the skipper of Nepal, playing very cautiously. Aryan Dutt started beautifully with that first over, troubled the batter to some extent. It will be interesting to see how Gulshan Jha will approach him.
A brilliant delivery, just trying to create that angle against Gulshan Jha, coming round the wicket with the arm, taking the ball into Gulshan Jha. This is what off spinner can do. While he's bowling to the right-handed Rohit Kumar Paudel, the plan has been clear from him. While coming into the left-handed batsman against Gulshan Jha, he's just trying to use his arm, create that angle.
That's how the Nepalese spinners were operating when they were bowling, just bowling towards that bat, offering some room for himself. Was Gulshan Jha, played it down the ground. Easy single. So Nepal can afford to have some quiet overs in between because the run rate required is still under 6. Partnership is slowly building. Ashif Sheikh and Kushal Bhurtel, the opening duo, already back in the pavilion. But Nepal has got deep batting lineup. Netherlands has to pick regular wickets to come back strong into this game.
Well, absolutely, they have got 2 wickets. And that needs to support Vivian Kingma the way he is bowling, because if you are just applying that pressure from one end, the strike bowler from another end would definitely create that pressure for the batsman. But this is a good scenario for the Dutch side as well. They have got 2 new men in crease. Gulshan Jha has played 11 deliveries. Rohit Kumar Paudel just has played 8 deliveries. So here Aryan Dutt needs to be careful, and he could just apply pressure to the left-handed batsman Gulshan Jha, because we have seen Gulshan Jha struggling against the off-spinner Aryan Dutt.
We just saw the coach of Netherlands, the great Gary Kirsten, keeping an eye on the game. A very intense game indeed. And for him, like, he was a world-class batter of his time. We'll talk about that. That's the end of over number 6. Nepal 38 for 2.
At the end of power play.
There he is. Great Gary Kirsten from South Africa. When he used to play, it was treat to watch him play, hitting those cover drives. I still remember he smashing the ball over the covers. A magnificent opening batter of all times. A great respect to him.
Well, absolutely, the World Cup winning coach. Still remember that 2011 World Cup, Gary Kirsten in that red jersey, players carrying him.
And mind you, he was the coach of Indian side when they won the World Cup. So this guy has lived up to his expectation, a great legacy, a great ambassador of game of cricket in the world. In the meantime, Goktan has been brought back into the attack. Rohit Paudel played it with really soft hands, ran for 2, a great running between the wickets. Is it, or did they settle for single? Replay will be interesting, Ayush. Played it with really soft hand. They ran for the first run really hard. Yeah, comfortably back for the second. So that's been one of the strengths of Nepalese side, the running between the wicket. We saw it with Dipender Singh Airi, likings of Rohit Paudel. They always push the fielders to the edge.
So they know now they could just create that pressure over the Dutch side within the power play if they could just snatch those singles and doubles, because the fielding restrictions are on at the moment. They could just capitalize it, apply that pressure. Rohit Kumar Paudel in T20i has been so fabulous. He has 6 50s in his name. Well, the first one came against Malaysia. Then after that, he has been so consistent against Mongolia, Maldives, then against the UAE. And 15 not out against Oman and against the Dutch side. Well, at the moment, the Gutton needs to pick up wicket. They need to break this partnership at the moment, because slowly this 2 pair is just taking the game away from the Dutch side. They desperately need wicket.
And they need wickets in regular order, because the target is not that much. We've been talking about that. It's just 121 is what is needed for Nepal to register the win. Look at that running between the wicket. Look at the trust between these 2 batters. An absolute treat to watch. A great example of how you should be trusting your partner.
Absolutely brilliant running between the wickets. You just see there was a call from Rohit Kumar Paudel. Gulshan Jha was running towards the danger end. He's the one making that call. Good running between the wicket. This is how you could just apply the pressure over the fielding side. If you're not getting those boundaries in quick succession, you could just apply that pressure.
Why would you need boundaries when you can convert those singles into doubles? Already 5 runs of the over. Shot of length delivery. He was committed to that shot, but it was maybe just a tad higher than what Gulshan Jha would have liked.
Well, good thinking from Gakte out there. He just tested Gulshan Jha with that shorter delivery. The field was placed in a similar fashion. for Gulshan. I guess what Gaktin can do at the moment is we've seen Gulshan Jha struggling against the ball coming in back towards him. So what Gaktin can do at the moment is he can just come round the wicket, create that angle to Gulshan Kumar Jha, bring the ball back in. Oh, another beautiful delivery. This time it was placed in good length.
And overthrows it is. Nepal gets extra runs, so that's the third double run in this over. As you were talking about, Ayush, the bowler didn't bring the ball in. It was Gulshan Jha nearly clipped onto the stumps. Lucky for him. Look at that. That was unnecessary because every run counts. Nepal will not mind that. Let me be clear about that. Already 7 runs of the over. The platform is set for Nepal. All they need to do is bat sensibly from here on.
Well, absolutely, they need to bat sensibly from here, and this is what both the pair is doing at the moment. Rohit Kumar Paudel and Gulshan Jha just playing according to the ball, according to the merit of the ball. You could just see here, 7 runs have already came off this over. They would be happy with this because the required run rate is just 5.77. They are above that required run rate. They are consistently maintaining that current run rate.
Here is Gaktin with the final delivery. Slapped it. Didn't time it the way he would have liked to, but the ball's racing away. Field restrictions are over, so there was protection. They come back for 2. So without the boundary, it's a 9-run over after 7. Nepal 47 for 2.
Bowling change. Right arm round. No, can you go for me?
Now Captain Scott Edwards would be looking at his bowling options. And he has brought in Ellen Brett to bowl in. He's just trying to, I guess he's just trying to create that pressure.
Rather than pressure, Ayush, he is looking for that wicket. He wants to break the partnership. He doesn't want Nepal to settle down. At the moment, Angle Bridge has been brought back into the attack. The spin, Aryan Dutt has been replaced. So it's Angle Bridge, off-break bowler, right arm. He bowls those looping deliveries. He has got those quicker ones as well under his belt. Nepali batter will be interesting to see. I don't think they're going to go blisters against these two bowling attack of Netherlands because they don't need to do anything fancy at the moment. They are sitting comfortably, scoring 47 runs of 7. The run rate is already 6.71. All they need to do is keep rotating the strike, get those occasional boundary. But for Netherlands, they are in dire need of a wicket. A Loosner bowling outside the leg stump. Thank you very much, says Rohit Paudel. And guess what? Gary Kirsten was doing the fielding outside that boundary line.
Well, that was a loose delivery. You've just kept your fine leg fielder inside the 30-yard circle. A bit of fine. That was just a gift for Rohit Kumar Paudel with that sort of field set. I guess that's a good move there by Captain Scott Edwards as well to break Aryan Dutt from his bowling because he knows that Kushal Malla is yet to come, another left-handed batsman. And I think they have done their stats. They're working so much.
There is a production director, Yopesh Pradhan, has done a fine job bringing this tournament live into your doorstep, into your television, laptops, mobile, whatever you are using in between. Another excellent running between the wickets. How many times we have been saying the running between the wicket of Nepal has been absolute japper. There is the young, handsome-looking Yopesh Pradhan observing the game very closely from outside the production house.
Well, he's just trying to look from a different angle, to be honest. He's always in his screens with 10 cameras on. Well, this is a good move. You could just play with soft hands, rotate the strike. And this is what I was talking about, Kiran. It was a good move to just take off Aryan Dutt from the bowling spell because the captain know that Kushal Malla is yet to come and they have done their homework and working. So Kushal Malla has given seven times he has given his wicket to left-arm spinners, whereas if you look at off spinners and medium pacers, they have sent in pavilions for 30 plus times. So we have seen Kushal Malla struggling with those off spin and medium pacers. So that's a good move, I guess.
If I were the captain, Ayush, I would be looking to break the partnership in any way I could. I would use my trump card because these two are batting beautifully. The batting looks fairly easy for Gulshan Jha and Rohit Paudel at the moment. In order for Kushal Malla to come and bat first, they need to break this partnership, and it doesn't seem it's coming easily for Netherlands. They are doing everything that they can to break this partnership, but at the moment Engelbrecht is not doing the right thing. He is mostly towards that leg side, and it's been easy pickings for the batter. There you go, room offered. Rohit Kumar Paudel goes over the top, straight over bowler's head. Magnificent shot to end a very expensive over for Netherlands.
Well, that was meant to be hit. You could just see that line and length of the delivery. It was in his arc, going straight over the bowler's head, the safest place that you would have wanted to hit this shot. Look at that bottom hand coming into play, straight into the side screen. Just applying pressure to Ellenbreth.
15 runs already of this over, and they will finish the over with a single. So very expensive over from Engelbrecht. 16 coming up that after 8. Nepal are staying comfortably at 63 for 2. So a very expensive over comes to an end, and I'm very sure the captain will be bringing Van der Merwe, the man who can do miracles for Netherlands. They are hunting to break this partnership, and there can be no other person better than Van der Merwe. He has got plenty of experience, and he needs to bring his A game against this Nepali side in order to give a glimpse of hope for Netherlands, because things are not looking good, my friend, for Netherlands. There you go, a small mini shop being opened in there. The local food, very popular. Spring had just sprung in Nepal. People love to have those peanuts, you know, the oranges, the mixing, those chow meins and stuff, always a pleasant sight.
Once again, trying to play with the mind of Gulshan Jha. A bit of surprising move, to be honest, because the fine leg fielder was inside the 30-yard circle, going for that line. It would be dangerous at this point of time. They're desperately looking for the wicket, but they need to be cautious out here with the field plan as well.
Exactly. Gulshan was getting really ambitious there, trying to go over the top, trying to apply the pressure to Van der Merwe. Look at that wild swing, safely inside the crease. And they can actually do it, the Nepalese batters, because the batting lineup is really deep. If they can apply pressure to Van der Merwe. Earlier in the innings, as I was just telling, a photographic shot, the ball is sailed over the infield, clears the boundary comfortably into the crowds. A great six. Van der Merwe has been put in the backward straight away by Gulshan Jha. A very, very right tactic to do.
Well, that's a maximum result with the brute force and calculated risk. Look at it, Gulshan Jha, slog sweep, the ball over the mid-wicket region, sending it soaring into the crowd. That's a colossal six, Kiran. Look at that shot, just coming down the track to the pitch of the ball and going after the experience of Van der Merwe.
At the moment, nothing is working for Netherlands. It's a worrying factor because these two batters are picking the bowlers really easily. Netherlands has to break this partnership somehow. Down the leg side this time. Easy single. That ball was in the air, mind you, for some time. He's that sort of bowler. Van der Merwe, he bowls according to his field setup. On that occasion, Gulsen was trying to clear that fielder on infield. Nearly just dropped a hint ahead of him. So 2 deliveries to go, already 9 runs of the over. All the bowlers who has come into the attack has gone for runs. Their successful bowler Kingma has got just 1 over left. So things are not looking very comfortable for Netherlands. They are trying whatever they can. As you can see, played it really fine with soft hands. That will conclude over number 9. Nepal cruising smoothly at 73 for 2. So Van der Merwe completes his over. Kyle Klein has been introduced into the attack. He'll be bowling for the first time in this try series. It will be interesting to see how his bowling action looks. Has a long run up. Standing in jersey number 1, Rohit Podal will be facing him.
Well, the debutant, Carl Klein, not off to that good start. He was run out and he came into bat, but he'd be definitely looking to produce something with the ball.
So Nepalese batters haven't had an opportunity to look at how Klein bowls, so it will be interesting to see how he will approach. As you can see, already on the defensive mode, there is no fielder in catching position whatsoever. The field spread wide. That's what the pressure does. Nepali batters have forced Netherlands to opt to that safe landing with the field.
Well, the plan was clear. The field set was done. There was deep square leg, deep mid wicket out there. But interesting move. He was going for that shorter delivery to Gulshan Jha. The fine leg fielder was inside the 30-yard circle. Well, there you go. The first bounce for this over.
Yeah, I was thinking that was over the head or maybe drifting towards the leg side, but umpire says that otherwise. Whatever he says counts in the game of cricket. So we'll continue with the game. Gulshan Jha batting on 19 of 21 deliveries. What's happening in successive 2 deliveries? As soon as he delivers the ball in his follow-through, Klein has gone down.
Well, he's not having that control. He has that long run up. It's the first over in the T20 International for this young man. As a bowler, you'd always want to focus on your run up, your follow through. It's very crucial for a bowler to get that momentum and rhythm. You can just see him just losing his balance. Landing foot.
It might look funny, but in the game of cricket, if the bowler goes down in his follow-through, the injury is very evident. So he needs to correct his follow-through, especially because there is no problem with his run-up till he delivers the ball. Is the follow-through where he seems to be struggling a little bit. He needs to have that control, because if the batter hits the ball straight, look at that. So his landing foot lands at the toe. That's what's caused the problem. He has to land it flat so that he gets a proper grip of the pitch going forward to that follow-through after delivering the ball.
This time just played softly. The offside reason in the back foot. This is what they are doing at the moment. They are not taking those risks. They are just rotating the strike, applying that pressure over the Dutch fielders.
But that was a great effort by Kingma. Running in, sprinting in, diving effort. Mind you, he's a very tall man. It's not always easy. Look at that. He just grabbed the ball, threw it to his partner. Great fielding there. It's never too easy. I'm telling you, especially with a player of his height and weight. Great job out in the field. Netherlands would need a lot of those commitments.
Once again, the problem has been prominent for the young Kyle Klein. He's having that problem in his landing foot. Well, that's the end of 10th over. Nepal 79 for 2.
So let's have a look into the batting card. Kushal Burtel got off to a flyer, was out of 12 of 8 deliveries. Asif Sheikh gone fairly cheaply, 8 of 8. Since then, it's been Nepal's story all the way through. 28 of 20 deliveries is Rohit Kumar Paudel. Gulshan Jha batting beautifully with him, 22 of 24 deliveries. Kingma, the pick of the bowler, as I was mentioning, 3 overs, 13 runs and 2 wickets. And the players are taking the drinks. We'll be back shortly. So 52 runs partnership of 43 deliveries between Rohit Kumar Paudel and Gulshan Jha. Rohit contributing 27, Gulshan contributing 22 of those. So this stand has been a headache for Netherlands. Bender Merv continuing with his second, gone for 9 in his very first over. A easily played shot, misfield, the last thing that Netherlands would want. It looks like from the body language of the players, they have given up on the game. It's been easy pickings. The misfield from Levitt, would you believe it? So with that boundary, there is change in the commentary box. Sachin comes in. Welcome, Sachin. Nepal looking very comfortable at the moment.
Thank you, Kiran. This was a very, very ordinary effort. Lost his sight of the ball. And Van der Merwe was not pleased at all. Gulshan Jha trying to go big, gets an edge, only a single. So this match going only one way from here unless Netherlands can produce something out of our imaginations.
Agriculture shot there. He dug into that pitch. While hitting that shot, Rohit Kumar Paudel comes into attack. So what Nepal is doing right at the moment is applying pressure right from the word go. Penderber, mind you, is an excellent bowler. Already gone for 15 of 1.2. A 6 in the last over, followed by a misfield, conceding 4 runs. Just defending 120 runs on boards and misfields and stuff, converting these ones into twos. It's not going to help the coach for Netherlands.
Absolutely, and Netherlands have been absolutely outplayed by the young Nepali side. They're already celebrating. They're already celebrating. The cheer there says only one story. It's Nepal on top, chasing only 121. They're heading towards their second victory in this home 500 try series. And this partnership so very instrumental in getting to that chase. The opening batters will again have to sit with the coach and the captain and realize what went wrong. Kushal Bhutel dismissed early today as well. Hasn't been a memorable series for him by any stretch of imagination. Duck in initial 2 matches, got some runs today but could not convert it. And a dot delivery to end the 11th over, 85 for 2. So 85 for 2. 29 of 23 for Captain Paudel. Gulsanza 27 of 27. Kushal Bhutel got to a start today. 12 runs off 8 deliveries. Could not convert it. And Asif Sheikh went for cheap again. Hasn't been a series to remember for the Nepali openers. And Aryan Dutt onto his 3rd over. Has been economical, but a wicket is what Netherlands need. Cut in the gap. Plenty of work to do there for Levitt, and this time he compensates for that misfield in the previous occasion. Stops the ball, but not before the players run for the second run.
Absolutely, that was a great effort after that sluggish fielding earlier by Levitt. So with every passing over here, things are looking more and more comfortable for Nepal. Aryan Dutt is bowling. He has bowled beautifully in his first spell, continuing in the same passion in his second over. Now what Netherlands need to do is take a wicket in any way they can. They have to bring Kingma in because he cannot do anything when the game slips away completely from their hand. So Captain Edward has a lot of tough calls to take.
A wicket also may be too little too late, so they need a Dipendra ID kind of an over. The 16th over of Dipendra Singh ID, which brought Nepal back into the match against Namibia. Only 33 runs to get from here. Easy singles. Singles will do for Nepal. They'll not be worried at all. And an advantage for Nepal is the quicker they finish this match, they'll have an improved net run rate, which is minus 0.317 at this point of time. Netherlands on the top of the table. 2 matches, 2 wins. 1.525 is their net run rate thanks to that massive victory against Namibia. Scored 247 runs and won that match by 59 runs. That's what led them to have a net run rate, a very healthy net run rate of 1.525. But the bad news for them is they only have 32 runs to defend, and Nepal looks well on top of them. Up and over. Levitt can do nothing at this occasion. And another boundary for Nepal, this time off the bat of Rohit Paudel.
That's been the story of the day so far. Nepal, the luck is going into their favor as well. Look at that slap shot, just clears the infield, races towards the boundary. No chance whatsoever for the fielder there. Captain Rohit Kumar Paudel making things look really, really easily. I was talking about it when Netherlands won the toss, electing to bat first under overcast condition. Well, the decision has only gone one way, that is Nepal's way.
And Rohit Paudel is batting well. In fact, has had a decent series, you can say. Scored 42 important runs in the first match against Namibia. Scored a 50 against Netherlands. And he's batting at 36 of 27 today. Has led his side from the front. A very handy all-rounder now, a batting all-rounder, equally capable with the ball. Didn't have to bowl at all today, and the crowd already celebrating. Netherlands 2 matches, 2 wins, 4 points to their name, 1.525. The net run rate will definitely come into play if Namibia go on to defeat Netherlands in tomorrow's match. Nepal would be very happy because this is the last league match of theirs. 95 for 2. We'll come back to that after 12. So Netherlands, 2-2 for them. Don't think the result will go the same direction today. Nepal, the first win against Namibia yesterday, and Namibia have lost 2 out of their 3, won convincingly against Netherlands. And the match against Nepal yesterday, they only lost by 2 runs. The crowd elated. 26 runs now for Nepal to win this match. They have 8 wickets in hand. And this match going only one way from here. Not a single empty spot there on the stands. And you can understand why. It's Nepal playing. It's a Saturday afternoon. Why would you not come to this ground and enjoy your team play? Oh, that's been pulled. 1 bounce and over the rope.
Gulshan Jha is in hurry to finish the game. The crowd has got what they've asked for. They came here to see Nepal coming on top, defeating Netherlands. Well, so far, the team hasn't disappointed them at all. Netherlands looked really threatening in their first 2 games. Struggled in all departments today. Couldn't build up those important partnerships. After Levitt and Anglebridge went cheaply. Well, the story has gone one way only. That's Nepal way. Gulshan Jha goes over the top, aces it, rush towards the boundary. There's protection in there. So already 5 runs of first 2 deliveries. No ball being signaled by the umpire. Free hit coming in. Captain Rohit Paudel is in strike. Well, is Netherlands in hurry to finish the game as well, Sachin?
Now no ball. You can understand that Rohit Paudel must be having a sight at the bowler. He understands that he'll not be out in this delivery. 36 of 27, a free hit coming to Nepal's way, to Rohit Paudel's way. 101 for 2 is the score. Current partnership, 74 runs. And at no point of time, Netherlands looked defeating Nepal. Oh, this is stuck again. Hasn't got proper hold of it. Only a single to Rohit Paudel's name. And Netherlands have been outplayed, really, to be honest, today. At no point in time they looked on top. They threw away the wickets. Some really good bowling from the Nepali bowlers as well. 2 wickets taken by Kingma, their opening bowler. But apart from that, every session has gone to the home team's name.
Every hour it belonged to Nepal, apart from those 2 wickets. Rightly said, Sachin. That was the moment when Netherlands saw a glimpse of hope, but it's been the story like the weather today in Kathmandu. Very overcast, very gloomy for Netherlands, but for Nepal, it's been comfort, ease, and fun. They have absolutely dominated. Gulshan Jha went over the top to that short delivery, balls racing towards the boundary. 3 fielders chasing that ball, got off in the boundary line. Easy double.
That's what happens when the luck is with you. There were 3 fielders there. It was a miscued shot, and guess where it lands? Right at the center of those 3 fielders. The bowler knows it. It's not your day. It's not your team's days. Max O'Dowd eventually threw it back, but not before the Nepali batters collected the second run. Gulshan Jha, Rohit Paudel, both set. He's in a hurry now. Gulshan Jha wants to finish this off and rush back to the hotel in no time.
He wants every ball to go over the park. That's the mood of Gulshan Jha, and why not? Just 17 runs needed. Sachin, that depth in the batting order, plenty of overs to go, 7.2 after these. So as soon as Nepal wraps up this game, the better for them, because the run rate will be absolutely crucial. Look at that crowd, look at the smiles in their face, look at the celebration, the triangular flag of Nepal flying high.
Target out. A single taken. This is too comfortable for Nepal. They need 16 runs of 7.1 overs, and they've done a world of good for their net run rate. And to all our viewers watching us live, if Namibia defeat Netherlands tomorrow, this series, the finalist of this series will be decided by the net run rate. 160K watching us live on YouTube. And the viewership says the story. Short, wide, cut. They'll take another couple. And the score is 107 for 2, Nepal needing 14 more. So 14 runs required. Nepal 3 hits away from another victory, consecutive victories. Gulshan Jha and Rohit Paudel, they've posted this massive partnership. They've been there when Nepal were in a spot of bother with 27 for 2 the score. Aryan Dutt bowling to Gulshan. This is a rare sight from Gulshan Jha. He likes the conventional sweep shot, but because he's not been able to connect any of them today, he realized that the fielder at the third man area was inside the circle.
That's the premeditated sweep shot. He made room for himself way before the bowler delivered the ball. That's why Aranda pulled the length just a bit slide down. And he had to settle for single, so just 13 runs needed, just formality in this game. Rohit cuts, the ball's racing towards the boundary. Fielder couldn't stop it, 4 runs. Things are happening. The batting looks fairly easy with the way these two batters are batting. Rohit Paudel in no time is batting on 43 of 30 deliveries. Let's have a look at that. A bit on a tad shorter side, cuts it really well between those two fielders, and the fielders in the boundary line could just watch it sail over the boundary for 4.
Everybody cutting their throat, clearing their throat now, because they know that this match is now only a few shots away from Nepal's grabbing. 112 is the score, 86 runs the current partnership, and Gulshan Jha has looked really matured. Gulshan Jha was dismissed after striking a massive 6 against Scholes yesterday, but he's shown a different intent today. He realized the importance of partnership, and this is a massive partnership for Nepal. Oh, bowled him. He was looking to play that shot, premeditated. Aryan Dutt realized and kept the ball really straight, and Gulshan Jha will have to walk back.
The much needed wicket, but way too late for Netherlands. Gulshan Jha again trying to improvise on his shot, missed it completely, hit the leg stump, the wicket perishes. Aryan Dutt is being rewarded for very well bowled spell. A huge roar from the crowd, applauding the great effort from Gulshan Jha. Goes for 38, setting the perfect platform for Nepal. Nepal sitting comfortably just 2 shots away from that victory, 113 for 3.
If you're wondering why that roar was for, it's because the Tiger walks in, Dipinder Singh Airi. When he walks in, the crowd roars. He's a crowd darling. Everybody loves him in Nepal. He's shown his worth with the bat, with the ball. In this series, a tremendous T20 batter, T20 all-rounder. Has had some hiccups in the longer format, the ODI format though. Cuts it straight away for a single.
So Nepal just two shots shy of that famous victory here in TU International Cricket Stadium. The crowd are on their feet, just waiting for that finish. It will be a huge roar as soon as that final shot being hit. After being 2 down in the series, excellent comeback from Nepal.
Rohit batting at 44. We'll certainly be looking at that 50 mark. 14 overs bowled, 115 for 3. So rising star of Birganj, Asif and Arif, the rising stars of Nepal. Arif is a senior pro now. I'm not sure if he can be called a rising star. He's already a star. So is Asif now. Into the team for quite some while now. And Rohit Paudel batting at 45. Dipinder Singh Airi had joined him. And Vivian Kingma comes to bowl his final over. The bowler who took the initial 2 wickets.
Firing in is Vivian Kingma. Nepal just need 1 shot of 6 runs. That will do job for him. For them, just 5 needed now. 116 for 3, mind you. Dipinder Singh Airi, will he go for a big shot or will he let the captain do the honors? Because Rohit Paudel in the batting department has led the team from the front. A brave, gutsy effort from the captain, a sensible batting display along with Gulshan Jha. Nepal just 5 runs away from their 2nd win in this tournament.
Cuts hard, will only be a single and will bring Rohit Paudel, who's batting at 46, back to the strike. This has been a wonderful series for Rohit Paudel, the captain. Scored 42 in the first match, followed by a 50 in the second. Couldn't do much against Namibia yesterday. And the crowd on their feet. They know that Nepal only 1 hit away, only 4 runs required, and they'll also be excited for Rohit Paudel, the captain who's batting at 46 now. Will he finish this off in style? What a catch! Brilliantly held by Cruz. And again, against the run of play, Rohit Paudel has been dismissed for 46. The crowd stunned. Rohit walks back, but not before he has made 46 and built that massive partnership with Gulshan, which has ensured Nepal a victory in their final league match of this series.
The fielding hasn't been up to the standards, but this catch from course was magnificent. Look at that. Jumping, diving, stretching the arm, getting that ball. Rohit Paudel was just trying to chip that ball across the infield, goes for 46. Nepal just 4 runs away from their victory.
So Airi and Malla now. How many times have we seen this pair do it for Nepal? Captain Paudel was dismissed for 46, and Vivian Kingma. Tremendous effort by this tall fast bowler, 3 wickets to his name, given away only 15 runs. Kushal Malla will face the music.
When all the bowlers of Netherlands were struggling, Vivian Kingma stood out. 3.3 overs, 15 runs, 3 wickets. Out of those 4, Aryan Dutt taking 1 wicket. But tell you what, Vivian Kingma should have brought earlier into the attack. It's way too late for Netherlands. Here is Kushal Malla. Just flicked it safely along the ground for 1 run. He is off the mark. Nepal needing just 3 runs from here on.
So Netherlands, 2 matches, 2 wins before this. Vivian Kingma 3.4 with 12 dot deliveries. He's bowled his heart out. He's given everything he could have and he should have. But not enough for Netherlands because the score was not enough at all for them to defend. Nepal requiring only 3 runs in 5.2 overs, 6 wickets in hand.
I like the intensity from the bowler. He was still adjusting the field, so he's not giving up yet. Vivian Kingma, that sort of fighter he is. He just needed support from another end which didn't come his way.
In the era of Virat and Babar, I fell in love with Rohit. Well, there is no reason why you can't love all of them. But that's how much they love their captain. The Nepalese fans. (118 for Nepal). 3 runs to go. Dipendra Singh ID wants to take this to the another over. 119 for 4 after 15. So the crowd already in the mood of celebrating. They're dancing, they're cheering. They're really very happy with the way their team has performed today. Nepal completely on top. Outplayed Netherlands in all 3 departments of the game. Apart from Vivian Kingma, none of the Netherlands bowlers challenging the Nepali batters. Dipendra Singh ID there with Kushal Malla, still 6 wickets in hand, only 2 runs to win from here.
The crowd is on their feet. They are waiting for that final shot. Dipendra Singh Airi slashes that ball hard, racing towards the boundary. The scores are level. Nepal cannot lose from here. 120 for 4, just 1 run shy of their 2nd victory in the tournament. Look at that. How much happy, pleased, joyous the crowd is.
(120 for 4). 1 run to get now. The score's level. Kushal Malla facing Gukton. Has been a wonderful performance from the home side. Taps it down for a single. That's a victory for Nepal. Direct hit would have made the difference probably, but not to be. And Nepal completing this victory against a strong Netherlands side in style. Nepal have gone on to win this match by 6 wickets.
The 15,000 crowd in TU International Cricket Ground on their feet, clapping and cheering for Team Nepal. As you can see, cameras are out, witnessing and recording, capturing the moment. Nepal finally being able to defeat the mighty Netherlands, collect those 2 important points. They will be sitting comfortably and enjoying the game tomorrow. Well done, Team Nepal.
An easy victory, you can see. The fans are ecstatic. Vuvuzela is out. The roar was always there. The fans enjoyed every bit of Nepal's dominance today. Haribangsa Acharya has his mobile phone out and even he is capturing these beautiful scenes. As I said, Nepal have been completely on top of the Dutch side. They bowled tremendously well, restricted the Netherlands side to just 120 runs. They were bowled out, in fact, the Dutch side. And the Nepalese boys, they will be very happy with their performance. In every department of the game, the home team turned superior today. And not much this pair had to do. Dipendra Singh Aidi and Kushal, thanks to the previous pair of Gulshan Jha and Captain Paudel, who scored that massive partnership of 86 runs, and that was enough for Nepal to secure a win in this fourth match of theirs. Today was Nepal's last match in this Dissom 500 try series, and they placed themselves strong on the table now.
Really, they will look very threatened to play that final. They came as a team, they played as a team, they believed in each other. They still believe that they can win this game after 2 losses, and the result, Nepal winning 2 games in a row, keeping the tournament wide open. So let's have a look at the points table. Netherlands 3 matches, 2 wins, just a loss today. 4 points, just a tad better than the run rate of Nepal. They still have got 1 game to go with Namibia. It's a must-win game for Namibia. So it will be another exhilarating game of cricket in TU.
You can see how competitive this series has been. 0.309, 0.293. Just a whisker behind there, Nepal. Netherlands still on top despite losing to Nepal today. And Namibia will have to produce a massive win against the Netherlands tomorrow if they are to contest for the finals. Plenty of good boundaries scored off the bat of the Nepali batters.
Boundaries brought to you by DHI.
Asif Sheikh started in this fashion. 1 bounce over the top. The runs kept coming. Some lucky runs for Nepal's taking as well. But there's no reason they would not take it. Rohit Paudel then came in and played some cheeky shots. He's always strong in that area, that side of the ground, towards the offside. He plays the cut shot really well. Gulshan Jha pulled this one away to the boundary. Another cut shot off the bat of Rohit Paudel.
Boundaries brought to you by DHI.
So few sixes off the bat of Nepali batters as well. Let's have a look at them.
Energetic sixes brought to you by Red Bull.
Rohit hit this straight back onto the side screen. Gulshan Jha striking it really, really big, and this was the biggest of the Nepali innings.
Energetic sixes brought to you by Red Bull.
So Nepali batters, they were cautious in the middle, but they made sure that a partnership was built, which was lacking in the previous matches. 12 runs for Kushal Bhurtel, who got a start and finally breaks his streak of ducks. Rohit Paudel, 46 of 34, 38 of 36 for Gulshan Jha, and Dipendra Singh Aidi and Kushal Malla didn't have to do much. 121 is what Nepal got in 15.2 overs. That's exactly the required target, and Nepal win this match rather comfortably. So Nepali players celebrating this. And 4 wickets fell in the Nepali innings. Let's have a look at them.
Wickets brought to you by Red Bull.
First to go was Kushal Bhurtel. Tried to go aggressive, was in the air for a long, long time. A very good catch there. And Asif Sheikh was a touch unlucky, dragged it to his stumps. Gulshan Jha trying to get innovative, lost his wicket in that fashion. And Rohit Paudel trying to complete his 50, lost his wicket in this manner.
Wickets brought to you by Red Bull.
So proud Nepali team today. They have outperformed Netherlands in every department of the game. losing the toss and having to bowl first. Rohit Paudel was not worried much because he wanted to bowl first as well. Netherlands winning the toss. They batted first, but they did not get enough runs on the board. Only 120 scored by them, which was not at all enough. They were bowled out in the 20th over, and Nepal batting second. They only had to score 121 runs. They needed one big partnership, which they got from Gulshan Jha and the captain Paudel. And that's what has taken them to this line of victory, rather very comfortably. And they have put themselves in a good position now. Just a whisker behind the Netherlands side in terms of net run rate. And the crowd getting a complete value of their money.
Is presented by Richon Fibernet, powered by DHI, energized by Red Bull.
जम्सबाट बच्न अब पाउनुहोस् 100 ग्रामको लाइफबोय साबुन मात्र रु 45 मा।
भरपर्दो र विश्वासिलो छ म जस्तै
डिश होम फाइबरनेट।
Hello and welcome to the post-match presentation. We are in the day number 5 of DSOM 518 presents T20i triangular series between the Netherlands, Namibia and the home side Nepal. Well, what a match of T20i cricket we just witnessed here at the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Ground between the two sides, Nepal and the Netherlands. With plenty of batting and bowling masterclass from both the sides, it was an exciting contest to watch, but at the end, Nepal took away the match by 6 wickets and registered the second victory of the tournament. Congratulations to the home team, Nepal, on a win. Now, before I begin the individual awards, let me have a quick chat with the captain of Netherlands, Scott Edwards. Well, Scott, tough luck on the loss today. T20 cricket is a funnier game, isn't it? Because a couple of days back against Namibia, you guys as a team looked ruthless. But today, it seemed that as if nothing was going in your favor.
Yeah, I think we just didn't play the conditions as well. They're a little bit different from the other day, and we probably just didn't adjust to that.
Yeah, actually, there was a question actually which came from the commentary box. The guys at the commentary, they wanted me to ask this to you, that you guys won the toss and decided to bat first in a condition which looked a bit of overcast. So was there any plan going beyond it, or it was just pre-planned that we will bat first if you win the toss?
I don't think that made too much of a difference, to be honest. I think the wicket plays the same. It's overcast all day, so yeah, I don't think that's it.
Well, tough luck on the loss today, and we'll see you against Namibia tomorrow. Best wishes for that match.
Thanks.
Well, he was Scott Edwards, captain of Netherlands. Now I'll have a quick chat with the captain of Nepal, Mr. Rohit Kumar Paudel. A very happy and satisfied looking Rohit Paudel. Rohit, congratulations on the win. It's a very good win. And in fact, you registered a win against Netherlands, who are always a tough opponent. It must give a lot of moral value to the team as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the way we started the inning, I think that was great, especially in the power play. The way Karandai and Somdai bowled, I think that was exceptional. And the way Pratish DC and Kushal Malla bowled in the middle overs, that was great. I think as a bowling unit, we did a great job. And as a batting unit, I think we were clinical.
Yeah, we were clinical with both bat and ball in the end, but what do we have to say about the bowling, which Pratish DC did today, because a couple of matches earlier he was not getting that group right, but today finally he also clicked well.
I think we're doing our homework properly, and today I think he executed the plan really well, especially the slow balls and the balls were finishing on the stumps. So I think the plan, he executed the plan really well. So I think hats off to him.
Yeah, congratulations on the win and best wishes for the upcoming matches. Hopefully the final will be ours. Well, he was Rohit Paudel, the captain of Nepal national team, who just registered a 6-wicket win over Netherlands. Now let us start with the individual awards, and first of the day, it's going to be Mahajatra Shot of the Day. And to present the award, I'd like to call upon a very popular and renowned name in the Nepali film industry, Mr. Harivansa Acharya, alongside Ms. Barsa Raut, and also the director of the movie Mahajatra, Mr. Pradeep Bhattrai, who will combinedly present with the Mahajatra Shot of the Day award. Welcome to all of you. It's going to be a check of rupees 10,000, and it goes to a player who's that 6 of Rolf van der Merwe. The ball might be still hovering towards the mid-wicket area. It goes to none other than Gulshan Jha. Gulshan played a handy cameo with the bat today, helping Nepal to chase down the target. Congratulations to Gulshan as well. There you go. Mahajatra Shot of the Day goes to Gulshan Jha. Congratulations and thank you. Thank you so much to you as well. Well, now the next award up front is the Food Mandu Best Delivery of the Day. In fact, I will ask once again Mr. Harivansa Acharya to please come up, because he will be presenting up with the Food Mandu Best Delivery of the Day award. It's a check of rupees 10,000. Well, it was a clinical bowling performance from the Nepalese bowlers, especially everyone chipping in with the wickets when it was needed. But at the end, Food Mandu Best Delivery of the Day, it goes to Kushal Malla for that wicket of Aryan Dutt. It was a beautiful delivery to Aryan, who had just came in to bat in, but Kushal cleaned him up in his first ball himself. There you go. Best delivery of the match. Food Mandu Best Delivery of the match. Kushal Malla for rupees 10,000. Congratulations and thank you. Well, the next award now is going to be the player of the match, and alongside the player of the match is going to be the KFC player of the match check. Then also the Sri Case performer of the match check. And to present up with the KFC player of the match check, I'd like to invite Mr. Mukesh Jaiswal, finance manager at KFC and Pizza Hut. And to present with the Sri Case performer of the match, we have Ms. Paricha Thapa, which is founder at Sri Case Sherwell. They will be combinedly presenting the award, and the award goes to for the magnificent bowling figure of 4 overs, 1 maiden, 13 runs, and 3 wickets. It's none other than Mr. Pratish GC. Nepal were invited to bowl first after losing the toss, and then we all know what Pratish did in the middle. It was a beautiful bowling day for Pratish today. 4 overs, 1 maiden, mere 13 runs conceded, and 3 wickets to his name. Pratish will have a plenty of awards today. Congratulations and thank you. Well, now, in fact, I will ask Pratish to please wait here because he still has the player of the match trophy to gather. And to present with the player of the match trophy, I would like to invite the board member of Cricket Association of Nepal, Mr. Madhav Karmacharya, who will present with the player of the match trophy. And the player of the match for the match between Nepal and Netherlands, it's Pratish GC. Congratulations to Pratik. Thank you to Madhav. Sir, I would like Pratish to wait for a quick chat. Well, Pratish, बधाई छ सुरुवातमा द प्लेयर अफ द म्याच आज राम्रो पर्फर्मेन्स पनि भयो ओभरअल म्याच कस्तो रह्यो तपाईँको लागि
राम्रो किनकि वी हेभ टु विन दिस गेम अब जसरी पनि जित्नुपर्ने थियो नि त अनि त्यही भएर अब जित्दाखेरि खुसी छु अब त्यसमा आफूले कन्ट्रिब्युट गर्दाखेरि अब अलिकति खुसी त मिलिहाल्छ
वेल लामो टाइमदेखि तपाईँले रेगुलर नेसनल टिममा होइन त्यो बिचमा इन्टरभलमा चान्सेसहरू पाइराख्नु भएको थियो बट त्यो मेजर क्लिक भएको थिएन पर्सनल अचिभमेन्ट वाइज पनि आज यति धेरै फ्यान्सहरूको अगाडि मच इम्पोर्टेन्ट म्याच त्यहाँ कन्ट्रिब्युट गर्न पाउँदा कस्तो फिल हुँदो रहेछ
रमाइलो नथिङ एक्स्ट्रा भनौँ न किनकि मैले अब आफ्नो जे प्लान थियो म त्यहीमा स्टिक थिएँ होइन अब त्यो हुन्छ हुँदैन किनकि अब T20 फर्मेटमा कुनै दिन राम्रो हुन्छ कुनै दिन राम्रो हुँदैन तर अब आफ्नो प्लानमा चाहिँ म स्टिक थिएँ त्यही भएर आइ एम ह्याप्पी टु विन द गेम
Congratulations, Pratik, and best wishes. Hopefully, we'll see you in the finals again.
Thank you.
Well, he was Pratish GC, player of the match for the day. Now, that's the wrap-up from the post-match presentation, but Sachin is waiting for me up in the commentary box. Over to you, Sachin.
Thank you, people. So Nepal won 21 for 4. What a proud man. Pratish GC must be a youngster coming in. The best figure so far for him. 3 wickets, 3 very, very important wickets, and no wonder he got that player of the match award. 12 of 8 for Kushal Burtil, still to get amidst runs, and that partnership of Rohit Paudel and Gulshan Jha that took away the match from the Netherlands team. Vivian Kingma, 3 wickets for him. He tried really hard, bent his back, bowled really, really well, took 3 wickets as well. 1 for Aryan Dutt, but Nepal only lost 4 wickets, and even the brilliance of Kingma did not help the Netherlands to secure a win. So the match summary, 120 is what Netherlands managed. They were all out at 19.3, 31 runs for Max O'Dowd, 24 for Gukton. Van der Merwe also played a cameo of 23 of 14, but they could only manage 123 for 13 by Pratish GC, the player of the match. Karan started brilliantly with 2 wickets, giving away only 18 runs in his 3 overs. Kushal Malla 2 for 18 and 4. Dipendra Singh Aidi 1 wicket to his name. And Nepal chasing this target with 28 balls to spare, and Rohit Paudel with 46 was the highest scorer. Gulshan Jha 38 of 36, a brilliant partnership between them. 3 wickets for Kingma, 1 for Aryan Dutt, but eventually the result says that Nepal has won this match by 6 wickets. So we have another interesting contest coming up tomorrow. The 2 touring teams, Namibia will take on Netherlands. The venue is the same, and we'll join you all at 11 a.m. in the morning. And thank you for being with us. We'll come with the live match tomorrow.